More than that.
So, yeah, right there. That's the storm that's about to hit Amarillo. So we're talking about winds probably over 60 miles per hour are going to move into Amarillo here soon. They're going to hit Bishop Hills first, then downtown Amarillo, then Pullman, then Lake Tanglewood. In that order.
Oh, tornado warning just got initiated for
a new tornado warning has been issued.
There it is.
Tornado warning has been issued for southern Ford County in northern Texas, northern Knox County in northern Texas, and northwestern Baylor County in northern Texas.
Yep, that storm. Or is that the one to the north? I think that's the one to the north of it.
Texas. This goes just about out there to Seymour. This is going to be for 3-inch hail and the potential tornado.
Of course, people start fucking pinging me when I'm going live on YouTube.
Seymour here, so not a lot of people in that warning. 116 according to the latest census, but take shelter now if you're out there in Baylor, Florida, and Knox counties. We'll update you on that as we get new information. Also, just got a new considerable severe thunderstorm warning for
they just extended that considerable severe on that storm that should get a tornado warning. They might get one here soon if it keeps looking like that.
Y'all watch out because this is going to be a strong storm that will bring about at least 10 to small size hail and up to hurricane force winds. There's a real possibility that this is producing a tornado or about to.
A new tornado warning.
There it is.
Just got a new tornado warning.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
That's in just northeast of Dallas. Emergency. Oh.
New information. This tornado warning has been upgraded.
We have a confirmed tornado via emergency management just northeast of Dallas.
Y'all take shelter out here in Bartley Woods, Oak Ridge, Flat Prairie, Lide Crossing, Pleasant Grove, and
emergency alert system was activated.
East of Dallas. There's
in
a
Norman.
tornado warning. We're going to respect the polygon here. The 1,100 people that live out here south of Honey Grove need to take shelter at least for the next 24 minutes.
Tornado warnings are going out left and right after I go live. That's kind of crazy, isn't it?
Apparently we've got an emergency manager confirming a tornado out here. So if that's the case, we've got to make sure all of our friends in Oak Ridge, Big Tussle, Bagby, and Lide Crossing are in their safe spots right now.
Imagine if it was because I started my stream and Mother Nature was like, oh, really? Let's go then.
As many walls between us and the outside world as possible. Now, Oklahoma City is starting to get in on a severe thunderstorm warning. We've got part of the town now under a warning here, including Yukon and El Reno. So 300,000 people are under this warning. Blaine, Caddo, Canadian, Custer, Grady, Kingfisher, Oklahoma, and Washita counties in Oklahoma are now under a severe thunderstorm. 70-mile-per-hour winds, 1.5-inch hail, and yes, they will hear that. Tornado possible. Considerable damage threat. Oh man. That storm down there in East Texas, it's starting to go past this camera in Manny, Louisiana, and I just saw a lightning strike hit that bridge, I believe. It was right there in front of the camera. Too bad we didn't have it pulled up, but it was pretty intense. But yeah, that storm is happening down here in eastern Texas. Okay, you're about to get a really strong storm in Pineland, Texas right now. 2-inch hail and up to 70-mile-per-hour winds. So get ready for it. And we're still watching the potential for a tornado warning at some point over here around Jayton or Aspermont. Over the next 30 minutes, we've got to watch out over here. This is a dangerous storm that is certainly capable of producing a tornado. We do have a storm chaser that's getting close to that. Bob Pack, he's in Aspermont right now, so We're going to keep up with him as he gets closer. I believe Brandon Kopic's getting close to that as well. But yeah, tornado warning continues for Baylor, Ford, and Knox counties in Texas for the next 36 minutes. And then in Oklahoma, we do still have a tornado warning for Blaine, Caddo, and Canadian counties. This includes Calumet, and that's going to continue for the next 21 minutes. And then, yeah, Oklahoma City, you're included in that severe thunderstorm warning there. Let me go to our multi-view here. And yeah, it should be good there. The weather intensity score is back over 200. We're at 222 now. We've got 3 tornado warnings at this point. 1 destructive severe and over 10 considerable severe thunderstorm warnings. So that'll do it. That will do it.
We've got multiple storm reports coming in from West Texas. Kent County saw golf ball-sized hail, 1.75 inches. Over in Cottle County, West Texas Mesonet stations recorded multiple severe thunderstorm wind gusts, peaking as high as 77 miles per hour, with another significant gust to 72 miles per hour.
Wow, lots of big-time wind gust reports coming in, over 70 miles per hour. We just got a new considerable severe thunderstorm warning for Stanton and Big Spring. This also includes Midland. So Midland, Texas is getting hit pretty hard right now by a storm that's producing golf ball size hail and 70 mile per hour winds. And this is going to continue to move up towards Greenwood and Stanton and then up there towards Big Spring. So it's going to ride I-20 to the north and east. There are 173,000 people in this warning. So we want to get indoors and stay away from windows as that storm gets closer to Big Spring. Once again, it's happening right now in Midland, and you've got about 10-15 minutes left of this in Midland before it's done. And then it'll be moving up towards Stanton. The tornado warning in Oklahoma has been allowed to expire. We no longer have a tornado warning in Oklahoma. We do have one, though, in Baylor, Ford, and Knox counties in Texas. And we have one over here in Fannin and Lamar County in Texas. That's going to be going on for the next 18 minutes or so.
Right.
Stay sheltered in Fannin and Lamar counties for 18 minutes.
A new tornado warning has been issued. A new tornado warning has been issued.
All right, there we go. Now we've got a tornado warning for our storm that we've been looking for to receive one for a while. And we've officially got a tornado warning for Kent and Stonewall counties in Texas, right in line with Andy's Y'all Watch here. Rotation is going to be just to the south and west of Jayton, moving off to the south and east towards Aspermont. Now, Aspermont, you're not in the official warning polygon there, but Double Mountain, Doris, and Harmony, you guys are, and also the town of Claremont. So we got to take shelter now. This is a dangerous storm. Not a whole lot of people in this polygon, but definitely something that we've got to keep an eye on for the people that do live there. And then, of course, as this gets closer to Aspermont, we got to take shelter if a new warning is issued there. But yeah, radar indicated rotation, and there's a lot of it here. It's about to cross over Highway 380 and 70 as it goes to the south and east. We've got storm chasers on this, looking at it from every angle. Storm Runner Media's out there, Brandon Kopic's out there, Bob Pack's out there, Jason Cooley's out there. So we're gonna watch it from all of their perspectives as the storm continues to come in. Tulsa area, I think Tulsa's fine. You know, for right now, there is a storm to the north and east of Tulsa that has a severe thunderstorm warning. I'm checking it out on the WeatherWise app over here. Looks like, yeah, severe thunderstorm warning with 60-mile-per-hour winds coming into Pryor Creek. But downtown Tulsa's fine. Definitely more of a concern with this storm coming into Oklahoma City over here. Get ready in El Reno and Calumet. And then checking back in on the Washington, D.C. area. We're fine around Washington, but with these storms back here, probably won't make it into Washington, D.C. until, you know, a couple hours from now. There is one really strong storm here north of Richmond that's about to cross over Interstate 95. There's no big-time tornado threat there, but there's a little bit of rotation with it, and it's by far the strongest storm that we have in Virginia right now. So Interstate 95 between Doswell and Ashland is about to be a nightmare, I'm sure, as far as traffic and, you know, trying to get through that goes. So get ready for that out here. Storms out here in Virginia are really they're not doing much right now. Thankfully, the tornado watch is there for a reason. It's because we've got the conditions for tornadoes to potentially happen with these storms, and thankfully they're not taking advantage of that quite well. So that's good.
Yeah, I think it would too.
Coming back over here to Texas, you can see where our storm chasers are. Corey Gherkin is a little bit more out in front of this storm that's coming towards Seymour. And let me see which way he's going. He's going east. So you see his marker updating every second there. That is storm chaser Corey Gherkin as he's going up towards Seymour to try to intercept this storm. And then if I zoom in over here on Brandon Kopic, he's stationary, I believe. Yeah, Brandon's not moving. He's getting gas right now. But he's in Aspermont, and he's probably just going to try to stay out in front of this storm. And yeah, if you just click on those icons, you'll see their streams. There's a couple other ones out here too, like Aaron. Turn on Hazcams and the Storm Chaser layer. You'll be able to see all these guys. Jason Cooley's out there. There's 40 of you watching Jason right now, so.
Bugs just had a good.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of storm chasers over by the other tornado
we've got a
threat.
severe thunderstorm warning in Indiana
And
right now.
A new
I don't
PDS
see anything
severe
so
thunderstorm
far.
warning
This is
has been
for
issued. A new PDS severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Elkhart and LaGrange counties in Indiana, including the town of Middlebury. We've got a severe thunderstorm warning for y'all. This also includes Shipshewana. There's about 139,000 people in that warning. So get indoors and away from windows as the 60-mile-per-hour wind gust comes through. We got a new PDS severe thunderstorm warning for Ford, Knox, and Wilbarger counties in Texas. This does include the town of Seymour. So this is that big storm down there in Texas that we've been watching all day. It's now coming down towards Seymour, so get ready for the golf ball size hail and 80-mile-per-hour winds. A 74-mile-per-hour wind gust was recorded at Truscott. Those winds are going to continue to move down towards Seymour. Get ready.
Paducah got absolutely wrecked.
Daggone it. I thought I nailed it. I thought I nailed it, y'all. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Pretty Lies. I really hope this becomes a trend. Everybody, anytime you're on a plane, please send me your plane cloud pics. Look at this. This is a supercell that Pretty Lies flew by near the Missouri-Kansas border earlier. Amazing. Look at that.
Jefferson, check my string.
Shipshewana. Guys, if I'm plumb close, give me a break.
Okay, this.
Come on now.
Is there a way to do things?
Aha!
Thank you for sending me your plane cloud pictures. Sometimes I just want to get on a plane just so I can look at clouds. You know what I mean? So if there's a lot of you watching, and you know people fly all the time. So if you guys are sending me a constant stream playing cloud picks. I won't have to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Being over there, I'm gonna do this thing by myself.
So it really helped.
Oh, I
Really
see.
helped me out a lot.
Nobody needs to do this thing.
Yeah, I'll call that town Shipsy from now on. That sounds good enough for me.
We couple it right now. We're just not in the greatest position for it.
Hey Jefferson. Look. Yeah.
That works for me.
I'm in Aspermont, Texas right now. You want to check that out? No, it's Aspermont's down there by like right there by like stand by.
If you are just now tuning
It's
in,
right there
this is
down
a live look
by
at, what's going on out there around Paducah, Texas, south and east of there. The storms that's moving towards
down
Seymour.
by
We've got a lot of
Spur.
storm chasers on it. We've also got a tornado warning for the storm down here between Kent and Stonewall counties. That one's actually looking a little bit more interesting on radar. But yeah, take shelter out there in Stonewall County. A lot of people are asking about Amarillo. I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised that there's not a severe thunderstorm warning for Amarillo. The storm is definitely coming in. It's definitely going to bring about some hail and some strong winds. Right now, we've got a special weather statement.
I'm
Get ready
moving
for
to a different camera.
something that is very close to a severe thunderstorm, if it's not a severe thunderstorm, in Amarillo. Oklahoma City, we've got one big severe thunderstorm warning now out for the areas just west of Oklahoma City. The rotation's really
lightning.
calmed down, and honestly, the storm as a whole has calmed down. Look at this. The past couple of frames here are much less impressive than they were earlier, so hopefully that degradation of the intensity of the storm continues. If not, this is still going to be a big storm for Oklahoma City once it gets in there. Currently, El Reno is under a severe thunderstorm warning for 1.5-inch hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds. In Missouri, we've got a severe thunderstorm warning continuing for St. Clair County for the next 8 minutes.
Oh, Jefferson.
And, you know, we got some storms popping up in Missouri, but none of them are really severe right now. Some of the stronger ones are to the south and east of Kansas City. We got a couple down here near Harrisonville. We got a couple down here near Windsor and Sedalia. But nothing crazy, nothing to worry about.
What?
And then we got one severe thunderstorm warning right now in Virginia. And that's that big chunker that I was talking about to the north of Richmond.
That's gonna fucking thing.
And this is what that looks like right now. Not that. In Hanover County. So,
Jefferson, watch my screen right
it's
now.
Manageable.
You see this?
There's probably a little bit of a better view of that.
This little part right here
Virginia, as a strong storm
came down to about here and then went back up.
60-mile-per-hour wind gusts moves through areas between Richmond.
It came down and then went back up.
Fredericksburg. This is going to
See, it's still going up.
potentially cause some wind damage out here, and
Now it's gone.
probably some problems on Interstate 95 around Doswell and Ashland.
Oh, look. Look. Oh, it's coming back down. But it's bigger this time.
If I pronounce your town name wrong today, I do apologize. Know that it's not coming from a place of disrespect.
Are you seeing it starting to come back
I'm trying
down?
to cover the weather for the whole country here,
Looking through a bunch
and
of
everywhere says everything differently. Doswell, for example, this right here, I'm saying that like Doswell.
just
who
split.
knows
You
how
see
it's
that?
Actually said. The thing is like you know what I'm talking about. We've given enough context here to where you do know. What I'm talking about. But in one state, the exact same spelling could
Oh,
be
it
Doswell.
just came
and
back
another
together.
One
You
it's
see that
Doswell,
shit?
and another one it's Doswell, and another one
I think that could very much be our tornado.
So it's really hard to always nail it because every state is different.
It's not good. Oh, look. I've got a closer angle. Hold on.
Once again, this is what it looks like out there with that severe thunderstorm warning. Now let's go back to the radar.
Right there. You see that?
And let's look at Texas with that severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued for Fisher, Haskell, and Jones counties. This is for Roten, Hamlin, and Haskell.
You are
Doesn't quite
correct.
Make it to Abilene, but almost. We've got
Right,
14,000
it's right there,
people
just outside of Aspermont.
5-inch hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds. Now let's go back to Kent and Stonewall counties in
That
Texas.
has
We've got
so much rotation in it right now.
Area down here, and a
Here they
potential
go.
tornado coming together south and west of Jayton, moving over towards
Here they go.
Aspermont. So y'all get ready for that. Take shelter in Kent and Stonewall counties. We've also got a considerable severe thunderstorm warning now issued for Jasper in Texas.
See, even the storm chasers are turning.
So 15,000 people are under this warning as the storm that's going through Pineland right now is going to go through Browndale, then Jasper.
You know if there's any outlets for Minnesota to get something? I just want something other than rain.
In Missouri, we've got a severe thunderstorm warning for Steelville. That's Crawford County.
Like,
for the next 35
southern
minutes,
Minnesota
wind
always
chill,
gets
60
everything,
mile per
but
hour winds
not
are possible.
north.
In Oklahoma, to the north and east of Tulsa, we've got a new severe thunderstorm warning
Thanks
for
for the raid,
Locust
whoever that
Grove,
was. Appreciate ya.
over to
Photogenic.
Jay.
Yippee.
Some 60-mile-per-hour winds
Watch
are
as it comes
possible
down,
with this
just
one, okay?
rain just starts pouring everywhere.
In Colorado, we've got a new severe thunderstorm warning for Jefferson and Park counties.
Well, that's all I want
And
to
back
ask.
to Texas, population 1. There's one person under a severe thunderstorm warning down here in Brewster County, Texas.
You're not
So,
wrong.
sir, or ma'am, or whoever, please take shelter.
Yeah, so
Indoors and away from
right
windows.
there outside of Aspermont, it has severe rotation at the moment.
Texas.
Let me check the other camera.
In this case, it's not. Y'all watch out. Hey, you, watch out. Back over to the Hanover County, Virginia, severe thunderstorm. Things are picking up out there on Interstate 95.
Right. Right. So like
Checking back in on that storm that's
this
coming
is
up
like a
into
very
Big Spring,
like you can
Texas.
see it
We've got a
like
considerable
rotating
severe
right
thunderstorm
here.
that's just moved out of Midland and is now in Stanton. It's riding up Interstate 20 towards Big Spring, bringing about 2-inch hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds. So 42,000 people in this polygon. Just make sure you're ready for the hail and the wind up there in Big Spring over the next hour. And then, of course,
So right now our storm chasers are moving
our
farther
biggest
south.
storm right now is still the one that we're seeing from Corey Gherkin's point of view above my head there. And that's coming down towards Seymour. 1.5-inch hail and 80-mile-per-hour winds with this. We just got a 74-mile-per-hour wind gust on that recorded, so it's coming for Seymour. That's going to cause damage. And Monday,
All right, so
in
our
Knox City.
the storm chasers I'm watching right here in
Additionally,
Aspermont are
we
going
got a new
deeper
severe
into
thunderstorm warning
Aspermont.
for Fisher, Haskell, and Jones counties in Texas.
Jefferson, zoom
For
into
this
that
other storm,
one tornado warning on the
that
south. And
Brandon Kopic and those
can you
other
play
guys are on.
the rotation on that for me? Is radar scope free? What?
New mesoscale discussion. A bow echo may develop over the next few hours. An organized swath of severe winds, perhaps a derecho, may begin soon. Peak gusts of 75 to 100 mile per hour winds are possible. So it's happening. It's happening.
I think this
100 mile per hour winds, potential
supercell in
tornadoes, and very
Aspermont
large
area
hail.
is
This
not
includes the
gonna
Abilene
produce.
area. This includes over there towards Fort Worth. Our derecho may be forming now.
Ah. Yeah. So our storm chasers right now are currently in Aspermont right now, and by the looks of it, nothing's
All right, Ryan,
promising.
buckle up. I've got a mega
But they're
emergent
also
storm reports
farther
coming in hot. West Texas
west
is getting
or
hammered
east
with hail,
of the storm.
including hen egg sized,
Let
2
me check
inches,
the other guy
in
real
Kent
quick.
County, and golf ball sized in Midland County. We've also got powerful winds.
Oh, we
A
got heavy
74
rain.
miles per hour gust hit Knox County,
Shit.
Texas, and a 60 miles per hour gust was recorded in Mays County,
And
Oklahoma. All these severe
okay, we'll come
reports
back
are
to
from
that.
the last 15 minutes.
So there you go. Here's that severe thunderstorm north of Richmond, still causing some problems on Interstate 95 there. Next in line, we're going to see this move over towards Mango Hick. Nice. Hanover Courthouse, Epworth, Newton,
So our storm
Battery,
chasers
and
are currently down on
Kitchener.
Holy hell.
And then this is also going to head over towards Tappahannock pretty soon, so y'all get ready for that. That's the strongest storm that we've got out there in Virginia right now.
Scared.
Very.
My bad, everybody.
There was no way to see that stuff.
Alexander, great. Huge shout out to you. Thank you for the incredibly generous super chat.
Oh, we are turning into dirt.
Everybody say thank you.
What do you want me to do
And a
there?
huge shout out to Alexander Great. Thank you for all the support today, guys. It really does, it means a lot.
Very gravelly. How do you feel about that?
I don't care.
The dirt road.
It's not required. We don't ask for it, but people just always do it, and it's very nice. And thank you so much. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be able to
You think that's gonna be a
pay.
challenge?
And there's
people like
more
Brooke and Bill
south.
there, giving us this awesome view of
So like,
the
if
storm
you see,
in
it shows their location over here.
Texas.
There's nothing but canyons going to the right.
So it shows their location right up here, and they're literally right outside of it.
Yeah, there's some action going on the base.
But I think they're trying to get down to this little hook over here. It's probably
that's a pretty big storm. Oh, here's an even
probably
better,
creating rotation right down there by the
view a
oh,
little bit
what was
farther
that?
away.
On Iron Halls. Did he have something?
Some people are asking what a derecho is. Basically, it's just a really powerful
That
line
does.
of storms. Okay, so we
That's
often
an
have lots of
Aspermont
storms
too.
hit, and they'll produce damaging winds. But we
Let me
call it a
go
derecho
back to
whenever it's
Aaron.
a really unique event where it takes place over a very
Oh yeah, look,
large area.
I'm doing the same
and
thing.
It's, you know, it's uniquely strong in the intensity of the winds that are happening too. Strong straight line damaging winds, not necessarily tornadoes, that can cause major damage over hundreds of miles. So we're talking about hundreds of miles here, not just like sometimes you'll have a really strong line of storms that will produce, you know, 60, 70, 100 mile per hour wind gusts, but maybe it only lasts for 50 miles or 80 miles or something like that. That's not a derecho. Derecho has to go for hundreds of miles. Yeah, that's what it is.
I am.
Specifically, the wind damage swath must extend for more than 400 miles.
Well, I stand corrected. I think
Wind
this
gusts, of at least 58 miles per hour along most of its.
Is it just me or does that look like
5
something over there?
well-separated
It's
75
distant,
mile per
but
hour or greater gusts recorded along the path as well.
Several storm reports to relay, Ryan. We're seeing some serious winds out in Knox County, Texas, near Truscott, with multiple mesonet stations clocking thunderstorm gusts up to 81 miles per hour
to
in the
Jason
last
Pooley
10-15
from,
minutes. Plus,
the other
over in
Aspermont
Hanover
location.
County, Virginia,
Ooh.
near Coatesville, the Department of Highways reported a tree down, blocking a roadway due to thunderstorm winds about 20 minutes back.
Jefferson, they're in the storm right now.
81 mile per hour wind gusts getting reported out there.
Like
so
deep in it right now.
Storms in Texas are doing work already.
No warning lights. We're okay.
Here's a view from Brandon Kopic, who's on that storm in Stonewall County, Texas. Got a little bit of a dangly bit. Here from Corey Gherkin's point of view, too, on a separate storm up there in Baylor County. Look at that lightning. It's broad daylight. You can just see the flashes in there. Constant strobing.
I'll give them to you after stream. Let's focus
Guys,
on weather right now.
I gotta take a quick 5-minute step away from the computer here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to make my thing work. Let's see here. Let me go to the multi-view and then
Holy shit.
y'all bot.
I wish I could go back. But like look at this shit right here. Where'd it go? The fucking structure on that
can
fucker.
you guys hear that?
Floor of a building. Stay safe out
Can
there,
you hear
y'all.
this?
This just in.
Oh, does it sound bad? Oh, okay. Well, daggone it. Daggone it.
Okay, so we got our storm chasers heading.
Hold on. I'm going to play the
What
audio
looks
from a
like
different
back
source.
out
Then. It'll be like 5 seconds
of the
delay,
storm,
but
which means they're outrunning something.
it'll get the job done. I got to go. I'll be right back.
All right, Jefferson,
Checking our
are you seeing this?
There's a severe thunderstorm warning nearby. With
So
destructive
we got
thunderstorm damage
our
threat,
storm
so
chasers.
we're
They're
watching
hauling
for
ass
any
down this dirt
lightning.
road again, and they're coming back east. So they're outrunning something. Because they are hauling ass.
Okay, checking our camera in Baylor County. There's a severe thunderstorm warning nearby.
Or something
with
touched down and we
destructive
didn't see it.
Thunderstorm damage threat. We're watching for frequent lightning or any power flashes. Just in from the National Weather Service, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for Childress County, northeastern Motley County, northern Cottle County, and Hall County, all in Texas. This warning is in effect until 8:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time, or for the next 54 minutes. A severe thunderstorm
I wouldn't
located
just yet,
11
though.
miles northeast of Turkey is moving east at 35 miles per hour, packing 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail, with expected impacts including hail damage to vehicles and wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. If you're in Childress, Memphis, Turkey, CV, Tell, Kirkland, Northfield, Bryce,
I see.
Swearingen, Esteline, Lakeview, or Plaska community, get to shelter inside a strong building now and stay away from windows.
Oh shit.
Okay, checking a camera in Stonewall County, Texas. There's a tornado warning nearby, so we're watching closely for any lightning, rotation, or debris.
Jefferson, look. It's blocked by trees right now, but just keep watching over here.
Breaking news. We have just received a report of a dangerous thunderstorm wind gust clocked at an
Or it's only getting
incredible
stronger.
81 miles per hour. This was observed just 9 minutes ago, 2 miles southeast of Truscott in Knox County, Texas. Winds of this speed are extremely dangerous and can cause significant damage. Take shelter immediately if you are in the path of this storm.
Holy
More details as they
shit.
come in. Breaking news, we're getting multiple severe storm reports just in across the country. First, a dangerous situation in Knox County, Texas, near Truscott, specifically 2
You won't
miles
see it
southwest
coming.
of Truscott. We have 2 reports of extreme thunderstorm wind
It'll be
gusts.
literally right
A
there as soon as you enter
measurement
and you're
station measured
fucked.
An 80-mile-per-hour gust about 15 minutes ago, followed by an 81-mile-per-hour gust just 10 minutes ago. That's hurricane force wind, folks. And switching states, in Hanover County, Virginia, we have a report of thunderstorm wind damage. The Department of Highways reports a tree blocking a roadway 2 miles
Okay,
west-southwest
we got
of
our storm
Rhodesville.
chasers going
This was
south
reported
now.
about 22 minutes ago. We're tracking all of these reports and will bring you updates as they come in. Multiple dangerous storms are impacting these areas.
I think our storm chaser knows something that we don't.
Okay,
If you look
checking
at
a
my
camera in
screen,
Baylor County. There's a severe thunderstorm
they're
warning
moving
nearby.
south
This storm
into
carries
this
a
hook.
destructive threat, so we're watching for lightning and any flying debris. Okay, checking our camera in Baylor County, Texas. There's a severe thunderstorm warning nearby with a destructive damage threat, and we're watching for any lightning activity.
I see dust.
A new PDS severe thunderstorm warning has been issued. A new PDS severe thunderstorm warning has been issued. A new PDS
A lot
severe
of it.
thunderstorm warning has been issued.
All right, I know y'all are out there lurking. It's plumb wild out there.
A new
with a weather
PDS
intensity
severe
score of
thunderstorm warning has been issued.
178.76 right now. So if you could have one weather superpower to deal with it, what would it be? Let me know in chat. All right, just to update you on a significant report we received just about 12 minutes ago.
Jesus Christ.
At 7:18 p.m. Central Time in Kent County, Texas.
So yeah, for
Specifically about
Lubbock,
6 miles north of
Texas.
Claremont. We had confirmed
Tornado warning
heavy-sized hail. That
is still in
2-inch
effect
diameter
until
hail.
4 minutes from
Incredibly
now.
dangerous, capable of
So if
causing
anything doesn't touch
substantial
down
damage
in
to
4
vehicles
minutes,
and
the
property. This was a public
thing's
report.
gonna get
If you
canned.
are near that area, take shelter immediately. We will continue to
It says
monitor
about tennis ball
conditions.
size hail.
Stay safe out there. All right, so we're still tracking that severe thunderstorm warning for southern Ford, Knox,
Yeah, it's gonna touch down.
southwestern Wilbarger, and Baylor counties in Texas. At 7:35 p.m. Central Daylight Time, these severe thunderstorms were located along a line stretching from
Yeah, so
8
they're probably gonna
miles north of
extend
Vera
this.
to 3 miles southeast of Gilliland, then to 6 miles northeast of Benjamin, and out to 10 miles southwest of Truscott. They're moving southeast at
Yep, tornado
35
warning.
miles per hour.
Heavy.
Folks,
They
these are destructive storms for places like
flood
Truscott,
watch,
Gilliland,
severe,
Benjamin, Knox City, Monday, Red Springs,
severe.
Seymour, Lake Kemp, and Mabel.
Tornado
We're talking about
warning.
80-mile-per-hour wind gusts and
There's
half-dollar size hail.
it says it
We
will
even
still
had an
expire at
80-mile-per-hour wind
7:45
gust
p.m.
observed at the Truscott Mesonet Station at 7:25
But it says a
p.m.
tornado
That
watch is
means
still in
flying
effect
debris
until
is a real danger. Mobile homes will be heavily damaged, and you can
11.
expect considerable damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles. Extensive tree damage and power outages are highly likely. This is an extremely dangerous situation. These
Oh,
storms
our
are
storm
already
chasers are getting
causing
deeper into it.
widespread wind damage across Knox and Baylor counties. You need to seek
It's
shelter
getting worse.
now inside a sturdy structure and stay away from windows. And remember, there's a lot of torrential rainfall happening too, so do not drive your vehicle through.
Okay, I'm back. Thank y'all for bearing with me there as Y'allbot took over for a little while. And I always love watching the chat whenever Y'allbot takes over for a little while. Half the comments are, "This is the most amazing technology I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god, this is crazy." And then the other half are, "I hate
So,
this stupid bot.
do you see
And
the
we're
way
coming
that this
back.
is structured up
You've
here?
ruined my life."
Look down here.
Oh man, you got to admit that's cool and it's useful. And by the way, if you're new here, if you don't know like all the
That's the
stuff that we
base.
do, Y'allbot is a
So
thing that you can access 24/7 over on the Y'allbot
if they
channel.
make
If you
a
search
right
Y'allbot on
turn
YouTube, you'll find
in
Y'allbot's
about,
own channel. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Y'allbot
I don't
is
know how
doing
many
what I'm
miles,
doing
but
right now. But
they'll get right into
even
that.
for like the smallest thing, like if there's a
Let's check
sprinkle
our other storm
in
chasers.
Colorado and that's the only thing that's happening, it's all over it. Okay. So here's that tornado warning in Stonewall County, Texas. Now, it's going to expire in a minute. I think they'll probably issue another one. I mean, the rotation's still pretty intense over here. So, yeah, y'all watch out in Aspermont. Again, I think that another tornado warning is going to be issued here. Maybe that'll come down there.
A new PDS severe thunderstorm
A
new PDS severe thunderstorm warning has been
yeah,
issued.
that's what's going on with that. Also, Childress, Texas, you guys are now under a
Oh my God,
severe,
Jefferson.
thunderstorm warning.
A different view. Look.
Out here, population
Holy
7,758. This is Childress, Cottle, and Hall counties. Take shelter now. Get indoors and away from windows. Let's see here. Dalton. Let's see. Probably just chill. Honestly, to get to anything interesting, you'd have to go out of your way to the south, but there's stuff coming. I'm looking at St. Louis, guys. I know we got people watching in St. Louis. There's a severe thunderstorm warning to the south and west near Stillville. So get ready over there in Huzzah and Berryman for some hail and some wind.
These storm chasers are literally getting right into
that are approaching.
They're heading right into it. Oh my God!
Severe limits right now, but if they
they're entering
we've got
the rain wall.
From the Y'all Squad out there doing stuff on behalf of the
like they're getting pretty fucking close.
And we can cut to him real quick if anything happens where he happens to be. So, but yeah, storms are actually getting pretty strong over here around Warsaw, and Osceola and Hermitage. So yeah, we're going to watch these as they go towards St. Louis. St. Louis is under a severe thunderstorm watch. Over here to the west, to the east of Tulsa, Oklahoma, we also have a severe thunderstorm warning right now for the Locust Grove area. We currently have no tornado warnings. And that warning up there in Oklahoma City, no longer is that a severe thunderstorm warning. So things have calmed down with that storm up there in Oklahoma City. Big time storm about to hit Big Spring.
A new PDS severe thunderstorm warning. A new PDS severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
It's coming in right now. 70-mile-per-hour winds too. Elbow, get ready for it. Coahoma, you guys will be next. This storm warning over here for Rowton, Hamlin, and Haskell for Jones County in Texas has been upgraded to destructive. So we got a destructive severe thunderstorm warning for Hamlin and Haskell.
I would sure love to know what's inside of that, though.
Also, we continue to have a destructive severe thunderstorm warning for Seymour. And Storm Chaser Corey Gherkin is.
I mean, you got to think we got people literally just staring at
of that as it comes in.
And then computers putting these warnings out.
Storm Runner Media is on the storm that's coming down towards Hamlin, and we can see that from his point of view. It looks
holy
really
shit, Jefferson!
There.
Look.
So yeah, we've got several.
They literally stopped.
Storms coming together here across Texas, and our line of storms is starting to form. Our potential derecho is starting to form right now, and this is the beginning stages of it.
Check your radar.
Is what will eventually head down towards Dallas. My bad.
Yeah, it's splitting.
Oh, wow.
Are you seeing all those warnings, though? Are those legit?
This is from a camera in Mississippi. Okay, this is a HazCam in Mississippi. You can look at it on hazcams.com, or you can look at it in the WeatherWise app. But look at how far away we are. It's from right here. This is that camera way down here near Tula and DeRidder in Louisiana. We're looking at this storm right here coming into Jasper. So that's really cool. We're looking at that's the big anvil from that storm. And Corey Gherkin's got a really interesting view of the storm over there in Baylor County, Texas. Is that a lowering? Sure looks like one. This is the one that's coming into Seymour. Definitely a little bit of rotation on this, but I don't think we're looking at anything immediately tornadic there. Brandon Kopic's got a great view of this other store. So just to keep everything organized here, so we're all on the same page. Brandon Kopic is in the town of Rotan, or Rotan, however you say that. And so is Storm Runner Media. Okay, so when I show these two cameras, we're looking at the southern storm in Texas, the one that's heading towards Abilene. Now, Corey Gherkin is on the
our storm chasers just turned around
into Seymour. So just to keep that organized there, and so you know what we're looking at. Wow, incredible picture from Storm Runner there as the storm comes into Rotan or Rotan. Rotan? Okay, it is Rotan. Okay. Three storm reports coming in. Go ahead, Y'all.
All right, we've got multiple storm reports rolling in tonight. The big one is an 81 miles per hour thunderstorm wind gust measured near Truscott in Knox County, Texas, just a bit ago. Kent County, Texas also saw half-dollar-sized hail near Jayton, while Steelville in Crawford County, Missouri, reported inch-sized hail. All these reports came in within the last 20 minutes.
Wow. All right, let's come back over here to Brandon Kopic's point of view. These guys all have just incredible shots right now.
Jefferson, are you seeing how fast these fuckers are driving?
Lots of lightning. If you watch closely, you'll see a ton of lightning.
No,
with
like
these.
on my screen, they're hauling
storm.
ass.
There actually seems to be more lightning with the storm that Corey's on than any of them.
They are hauling ass.
And Jordan Hall's got a nice view of this from a little bit more of a distance, so you can see that lightning even better. So this is the storm that's coming into Seymour right now. You guys need to be taking shelter out there. This is going to have 70-mile-per-hour winds with it as it comes in. We got 5,000 people in the path.
Ooh. Jefferson. They're going deeper. There's the fucking rain wall right there.
You sure that's not fixing to tornado? I'm not sure. I do think that what we're seeing there is not necessarily a tornado. But
Jesus Christ.
It's something to watch for sure. There's some rotation with this, and that's the part that's rotating here is exactly what Jordan and Corey are pointing us towards. So Corey's got a great view of it, really up close and personal here. But I think more of what we're looking at is just like the
how about all of the above
on the front edge of the storm.
He does that too.
Kind of like we're looking at a shelf cloud from the side. You can see that really well from Storm Runner's point of view. On a different storm.
I saw my first tornado in 2009, so that's how I know for sure that's when I started. But I'm pretty sure I started in 2008.
Wow, this is just crazy. This is plumb wild.
Thanks for the dono. I did not get the notification since my phone I use for notifications is the one streaming right now. But thank you, whoever it was. Appreciate
Look at all this dust.
Oh no.
We're about to get some elite fuel mileage here in a second. Oh, big gust made off the right side of me. Look in the field. Oh yeah. She's got good motion.
God, the lightning on Jordan's camera. 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah. I 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, that was the first time I ever tried doing that, and it worked. So, pretty cool. No big deal, though.
Nice little gust data here. Also, just some pizza boxes flew across the road.
Dude, this is insane. So much lightning with this. Yeah, we're listening
part of
into
me
some
wants to
communication between the storm
finish out the
chasers.
application. Part of me wants to like do the application for the Heli City thing, but as I was doing it, I was like, what interests you to be a mod? I like helping people. And 'cause I filled out everything else. I was about to complete it, and it's like you have to have a minimum of 350
Brandon's
of why you're interested in this.
intercepting some dust here.
I'll be right back.
And I
Dude,
just sat there like, I'm
I
not
can't look away from
writing
Jordan's
that.
camera. The lightning, so the lightning
So I'm just not gonna do it. And besides, I don't think
up there is actually crazy.
you know.
That's going to be one of the more dangerous
Mr.
parts
M
about that
server
storm, I believe,
counts,
as it comes into the town of Seymour.
even though we kind of.
This is what's coming into Seymour right
It
now.
was
We've got
corrupt.
70-mile-per-hour winds coming in, maybe some hail, but also like literally, seriously deadly lightning. All of these are cloud-to-ground strikes, and they are, you know, nothing that you want to play around with in the towns of Monday, Gorey, or Seymour in Texas. There's 5,000 people in the path of this thing.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Ah! No! No, mi torta! Okay, we need to tear this
On
down
radar,
because it's
the
called
storm
tear down, and I want to actually tear something down.
Brandon and Stormrunner are on actually looks more impressive, but the lightning activity on the northern one is plumb wild. And remember, what we're looking at here is the beginning stages of our mesoscale convective system that will produce what we think will be a derecho as it comes through Dallas later. So get ready for that. It's coming. And this is a more like kind of close-up view of that. And this is the storm that is a little bit farther to the south. So this is the one that's coming into Hamlin. This storm that we're seeing here from Stormrunner Media's point of view is the storm that will eventually hit Abilene, and it's going to be strong by the time it gets there. I'm really starting to see the beginning stages of this Boeing line segment come together, and it's really going to be rearing up by the time it gets to Abilene. So I hope you guys are prepared. Also in Newcastle and Graham and Breckenridge and Moran in Texas, this is happening. It's coming right for you, and it's going to be a dangerous night of severe weather. Yeah, and this one up here that Corey's on, it just continues to look like it's got something going on there with that lowering. Not seeing a whole lot of rotation on radar, but we're going to keep an eye on this as it goes over towards Highway 277 near Seymour. We got an updated SPC Day 1 Outlook, by the way. If you want to check this out on your WeatherWise app, you can just go to the Outlooks tab, load up the categorical SPC Day 1 Outlook, and you can see the latest forecast for the rest of the night. Dallas, we're still under a moderate risk of 4 out of 5. They have removed the enhanced risk from Oklahoma City, okay? So we've nailed down where that line of storms is going to be hitting the hardest, and it's going to be from right in here, and it's going to be moving down like this tonight, okay? So right here, Dallas, Wichita Falls, Gainesville, Sherman, Fort Worth, this is where we are concerned about the strongest storms tonight. So get ready to get up to 100-mile-per-hour winds tonight, and that's no joke. All right, that's no joke. A lot of people will get damaging winds as a result of this system tonight in the red. That's where we're most focused. Also, the severe weather threat is dwindling in the Washington, D.C. area. We're now just looking for maybe a couple more stragglers of severe storms happening around Richmond and Virginia Beach throughout the rest of the night. So our focus is almost completely going to be on this area down here for the rest of the night.
it passes, start diving south and get back out ahead of it again.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Jordan up there in 1. Incredible views coming in from the storm chasers. Oh yeah, it's gonna be wild in Dallas tonight. No matter what happens, there's gonna be a really good storm coming through Dallas later. Yeah, I'll be on the air until the storms get past Dallas, and that's when they're going to start weakening as well.
Dust, my goodness. Here comes all the dust.
Let's see here. Does that include Denton? Yeah. If like all the places around Dallas, like Denton, that's included. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they're about to get clobbered in town.
All right, so we're back up to destructive severe thunderstorm warning with this polygon down here for Fisher and Jones counties in Texas. 80-mile-per-hour winds and softball-size hail expected as it comes through. So that's going to be expected in Roby, Anson, and Hamlin. We've got 10,000 people in that polygon. This is a very dangerous storm. Get ready in Seymour as well for a similar type situation as that storm gets closer to you. All right, let's listen into the storm chasers here. It sounds like it's getting plumb wild.
Oh my gosh, yep, here we go. We're about to go into zero visibility.
Yeah, this is the storm that's coming into Seymour.
Yeah, it's pretty bad up here. I'm worried.
I'm sorry. This is the one that's coming into Rotan right now.
So right there could be
that's crazy. The velocities, look above my head. There's definitely some extremely damaging winds inside of that.
Zero visibility in that dust.
Wow. Oh, you aren't kidding. Holy. Wow. I got all my lights on, Freddie, so you'll see me. Wow, I can't see a thing.
Yep, got my lights on too. This is... Just a heads up to everybody, I have no rear ambers. They are broken right now. Also, power lines are wanting to come down over here. Where's the power lines wanting to come down at? Ahead of you. I'm just looking at the lines are shaking violently, and these poles are weak, so I'd be surprised if one of them came down.
My goodness, these are some strong winds. I'm getting hit with precip, too.
Yeah, hopefully the hail's not in here somewhere.
It's plumb wild.
Yeah, I have no power lines where I am, so I must be a ways to the west of you.
Yeah, so Aaron's like outside of it, looking back towards it, and Stormrunner and Brandon are inside of it.
Oh.
Yeah, this is heading towards Abilene.
Dust.
Yep, and I'm concerned about that because this is just the beginning of the storm. Like, I think that it's going to gain a lot of speed as it approaches Abilene, and we're probably going to see a pretty damaging wind event in Abilene later.
Warning is soft buzz. Ooh, that's fun. I'm just hoping we can get to that
Go
highway.
ahead, storm reports.
Just try and keep your foot
All right,
in.
folks.
Watch my
Several
screen.
storm reports to relay from
We are
Texas.
so close.
We've had
We
multiple
Uh,
reports of golf ball-sized
What are you
hail,
looking at?
about
Radar
1.75
Omega?
Across the road in front
coming
of
out
us.
of the Big Spring area in Howard County.
Because I can't really look at it because I'm on Xbox.
Additionally, a Messinette station near Knox City in Knox County.
No, I'm using
reported
WeatherWise.
a 66-mile-per-hour
Oh.
thunderstorm wind
Oh, well,
gust
those two
within the
are
last 10
basically the
minutes.
same thing.
1.8 miles out of town, be really. Alright, we're just.
Surprised that there's no tornado warnings.
Yeah, so Jordan, if you're
surprisingly.
looking at all three of those cameras there, Jordan's on the northern storm coming into Seymour, and
But again, it was
Brandon
really all just a
and
wind
Aaron
threat.
are on the southern storm.
That's
These
what they
are going to merge
planned.
together into one big line of storms that may become a derecho as they go towards Dallas and Fort Worth later. Ardmore, Oklahoma. Yep, you guys are under the moderate risk of severe weather. We are concerned about you tonight. Haven't heard about anything on the West Coast. Was there an earthquake or something? Yeah, I don't see anything.
What?
I don't see anything.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
I saw like 2 or 3 people ask about it. So, CS says 90% of the comments are you pronounced it wrong and is it coming to my city? Yeah, the chat is like kind of a mess 90% of the time. You can turn the chat off if you're watching on the TV. In the chats on there, you can turn that off. Like it depends on if you're using a Roku or an Apple TV or whatever. You have to, you'll have to figure out which buttons to push. But you can turn the chat off if you don't want to see the chat. I like it chaotic. It makes it exciting. So if you keep asking, like you put whatever you want in chat, y'all. But I just to be honest with you, I'm not going to be able to do an individual forecast for all of yous. So the odds of me doing a thing where I go zoom to your location is low, unless you're like actually about to get some really bad weather, and in that case you don't even have to ask me. I'm just going to do it.
That we've seen has been.
A huge shout out to Gears for tuning in out there, and this cat right here. Huge shout out to Lacey. We got a lot of people watching right now, but if you include the cats and the dogs, we're probably over 100,000 viewers at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it. Come on, let's do it, guys. Let's ride it out.
I really do appreciate the support, y'all, and we're humbled and honored to be on your television screens today. Once again, if you're just now tuning in, please help us reach more people by hitting the like button.
There's another gas station over there.
Just like you would on a normal YouTube video. It helps us get in front of more people. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't even know what in the heck's going on out here. Some people don't want to watch TV. The way that they want to consume their media, their news is in this format, and that's what we're here for.
Oh my gosh. Here comes the winds, chat.
Jefferson, watch.
You guys might want to use the pumps as a shield from the hail.
Yeah, I'm trying to be downwind.
This is about to get wild, chat.
How's Fort Worth
Jefferson?
It's going to be rough. It's going to get plumb wild a little bit later. That's why we're live. We're waiting for the storms to get there. I talked about this earlier. You know what I should have done? I should have put a timer on the screen. Like whenever there's a hurricane coming, whenever we do hurricane coverage, somewhere on the screen there's always a countdown. It's like landfall in 9 hours. Today we should have been like Dallas, Fort Worth is going to get hit in 5 hours. Like have a
Jefferson
live countdown at the top of the screen because I just knew that's what everybody was going to want to know when they came in.
Yeah, I'm not. This is terrifying right now. It's getting so dark.
Jefferson.
I didn't have time to put it together though. I spent 6 hours this morning coding a really cool thing to help us manage viewer submissions, and then it just completely. I didn't have time to finish it, so I overestimate my abilities.
Yeah, there's a pretty good couplet in there right now, but I think it's going to pass just to the east.
Yeah, I just underestimated how soon I was going to have to go live today.
Oh, you're right. There is a good couplet in there.
Well, we're gonna find out, chat. Guys, is
A
it
new
Roby
PDS
or
severe
Rob
thunderstorm
Holly?
warning has been issued.
Let's see here. Yeah, so I'm expecting it'll be in the Fort Worth and Dallas region.
That's not me, Freddie. Oh yeah, that's somebody else.
As early as midnight, as late as 1 or 2 a.m. So we're talking about maybe as little as 3 to 4 hours from now, but as many as 4 to 5 hours from now. So we're getting closer, but we're not quite there yet. It just depends on how quickly these storms start racing east. Once they really turn into a line of storms, they're going to race east.
Just to the west or the east of town.
Storm Chaser Brandon Kopic here in Roby, Texas, where there's a nice couplet coming into
Jordan,
town.
thank you for the
Very
super chat.
large hail, upwards of softball.
Nomalzy says, I met another Ride Hall Y'all fan at work today. To the lovely guy that was flying from ANC to RIC. Hope you have a lovely flight. Thanks for all you do, Ryan. Thank you. That's awesome that y'all met. How'd you meet? Like, did they have a Plum Wild t-shirt on or something?
Hey, would you guys, if you don't mind, can you go to tag 2 for a second? Us. I'm talking to now you guys. Go ahead, Jordan. Be that. Hail's almost here.
Imagine going to the airport and seeing people with Plum Wild t-shirts and be like, these are my people.
Jefferson, you here?
Holy smokes, look at this. Now, there's nobody in this warning, but this storm down here in Brewster County, Texas,
Storm Chaser Brandon
is
Kopic here in the town of Roby,
going nuts
Texas,
right now.
as we have
The population 0, so nobody in this warning, but still probably larger than baseball-sized hail and 80-mile-per-hour winds coming down into the Black Gap Wildlife Management Area. Look at that.
Any second here.
That is crazy. That's one of the most insane hail cores I've seen. It's even got a 3-body scatter spike here. So, yeah, huge hail coming out of that one.
It's really picking up in town as sirens blare.
That is a core, yep.
There comes big hail behind us. Big hail.
That is legit crazy.
Wind coming into Roby right now.
Yeah, here's a look at that storm that's coming towards Abilene. So, Brandon Kopic and Storm Runner Media are both in the town of Roby, getting hit hard. Let's listen in. Holy smokes. It's getting intense. Yeah, so this is the storm that's eventually going to make it down there towards Abilene. With the 80-mile-per-hour winds and the softball-sized hail coming into the town of Roby right now. Ooh, my goodness. You can hear the hail hitting the awning or whatever they're under. Oh, that is huge hail. And once again, this is the storm down here in Fisher and Jones counties in Texas. the one that's coming down into Roby, and eventually this is going to move towards Anson and Abilene as well. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm looking at the radar here. These guys are not in the strongest part of the storm yet.
Struck in the field in front of us, and it like reflected perfectly off your car. So it looked like you had like a sick lightning geek out on the side of your car.
Yeah, it's like a hurricane with hail. Literally.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
All right, we got a new tornado warning. Let's go check it out real quick. This is going to be for Ardmore. Okay, so this is Carter and Murray counties in Oklahoma. We've got a tornado warning now. This is going to be for the next hour. Get ready in Springer and Ardmore. Tornado warning currently in effect. Golf ball size hail is also coming in there. It's radar indicated. I can't confirm it, but it's coming in. We're tuning back into Brandon and Storm Runner Media here. If you're just now tuning in, we do have that tornado warning for effect for Carter and Murray counties in Oklahoma, but we've got a destructive storm moving into the town of Roby right now, and we're really focusing in on this because this is what we can expect in Abilene a little bit later, as this is the beginning of our Derecho. Wow, look at the velocities above my head. This is crazy. Incredibly strong winds coming down. Next in line is going to be places like Sylvester and McCauley. Yeah, lots of rotation there, and just generally just some extremely strong winds associated.
A new
with this.
tornado warning has been issued.
I actually think, right here is where
Jefferson, you here?
that's where Storm Runner Media and Brandon Kopic are. If we play this loop, the strongest.
You missed it, bro. You missed it.
Jaden, you got room to
So they didn't even get hit by the strongest part of the storm. That's over here. Brandon. And
So this guy right here. Check my screen real quick. These guys right here literally had to take shelter under a gas station from the hail.
Got soaked out there. That was so
I don't know
much
if they're going
fun.
to try to get back out in front of this.
And that's right here.
But now this line of storms is going to continue to go down to the south and east. Once again, Abilene, Morin.
So that's right here, right here in Roby.
Towards Olney. We are concerned about y'all if the storm is going to form into a line of storms and move down in your direction.
Windshield from the hail and be good.
Yeah, Jaden, I think you can maybe squeeze over here if you need to.
This is from Dreher B. Thank you so much for sending this in.
I'm just trying to
Daughter loves y'all bot and is your #1 fan. I love to watch Ryan Hall's Weather Channel. Hey, thank you so much. You're going to be a great meteorologist one day. If you're that young and you like watching the weather, you've got the passion for it.
So there's a 60% chance of a tornado over there in Rotan area.
So, so the storm that we were just watching there from Kopic and Storm Runner Media's point of view is this big bad boy that's just went through Roby. That's going to continue down towards Sylvester and eventually towards Abilene. So we're going to keep an eye on y'all. We also have a very strong storm over here in Haskell, moving down towards Throckmorton and Woodson. This is going to bring about similar conditions over the next.
So possibly. So it says here's what it says based on
strongest part of the storm's going to be
Rotan. It's tornadoes are moderate risk for probability of 2 or more tornadoes is 60%.
And bring about some
probability of 1 or more strong EF2 to EF5 tornadoes is low 20%.
Ardmore, we do have a severe a tornado warning.
Wind probability of one or more wind events upwards to 60 knots or 75 miles per hour, 80%.
Of that very dangerous storm. So we're encouraging you to take shelter if you haven't already. This is an incredibly dangerous storm.
Might be better.
Jefferson, look. Oh my, Jefferson.
To Missouri, real quick. We do have
check my screen now.
Warning for Texas County, Missouri.
I see, but look.
Some of these storms to the south and west of St. Louis are strong enough to promote severe thunderstorm warnings. So get ready in Viburnum. You guys have got one coming in, and then over here west of St. Louis.
Wait a minute. There's zooming in on something. Hold on. Tornado on the ground. Tornado on the ground.
So get ready for that in Miller County, Missouri. There's about 10,000 people in the path of that one.
Right there.
Nothing really going on in Virginia or Maryland right now. So we're going to keep focusing on the Oklahoma.
That's
and
the one
Texas
that you're
area.
on.
Oklahoma City, by the way, there's a new severe thunderstorm warning for you.
Right there, where you got your mouse on, right there.
Here between Norman and Oklahoma City.
It's on the ground, right there.
Under a severe thunderstorm warning for up to 70 mile per hour winds. So this is ramped back up as it comes over Tuttle and Blanchard towards Norman and the University of Oklahoma. Get ready for it. Very strong area of winds is coming through here very, very shortly.
Yeah, the storm chasers are turning around to run.
And we're continuing to watch this storm hit Brandon and Storm Runner. The winds are still coming in down there in Texas. This is, once again, Roby.
There is an insane velocity couplet that's about to pass just east of us. I think we missed the worst of it, honestly.
Yeah, this is what's coming down towards Abilene eventually.
Yeah, we missed the worst of the wind. They just bumped the wind up to a 90.
I was going to say, there is an insane velocity couplet that's about to pass just east of us. I think we missed
these fucking... honestly. The storm chaser is fucking running. They turned around and hauled ass the other way.
I was gonna say, do you guys want to try and get ahead of it, but now it's a little bit late.
Well, if it's on a collision course for Abilene, I would be fine with dropping down to swing.
I'm surprised we don't have one now. With how big that fucker looked.
Oh boy.
No.
My goodness. Use the pumps as cover.
I'm sorry. Use the pumps as cover.
Southern Oklahoma. Far north central Texas, too. Wow, Rebel, it's almost like we expected the derecho to form after dark. Shocker that it formed after dark. So surprising.
Yeah, this is a crazy amount of wind that's coming in. Just to the east of Roby, where they are.
Yeah, so let's just go ahead and switch back over to GR2 so I can show you that we just had an observed 100 mile an hour wind gust from a mesonet. So we've officially hit the 100 mile per hour threshold recorded by a mesonet just to the southwest of Seymour, Oklahoma. Fun fact, this is a severe for 60 mile an hour winds and there's 100 mile an hour winds ongoing. So, Seymour, there is observed 100 mile an hour winds heading right to the south of you.
Are you sure?
Looks like that probably will stay south of the town, or rather the city, so
coming out here, and
I would recommend seeking shelter in Seymour.
Warning for this
observed 100 mile an hour winds just off to your southwest.
That's that latest
and it's
tornado
moving
warning.
to the
That's
east,
going to be
so
for
it's
Fisher.
Yeah, I just said stop. He's gonna bark.
And it's going to be for...
wow, one more.
So there you go. First 100 mile an hour wind gust reported.
Actually,
we have a 90 mile an hour severe down here, so...
I'm going to pop it.
Yep, definitely a very intense MCS to possible derecho underway now.
Macaulay and Pledger and Sylvester. So
I heard a
tornado
this.
a tornado is
Tornado
possible
warning
here, but it's
continues for
important to note that
Ardmore,
like whoever gets hit by the
Oklahoma.
strongest area of winds right here, there's going to be tornado-like
and actually a new tornado warning
noodle that hits
for our
noodle,
damaging
A
winds.
new PDS tornado warning has been
You're not
issued.
going to know the difference. Or an actual tornado-like storm is
What?
coming for you.
That was
And you've got to
fast.
take shelter.
Chat,
now
he's
in
eating
Newell.
again. I can't
And
understand
also
him.
in Sylvester. If you
Wait,
haven't
what
already
the
in
heck?
Sylvester, it's probably
Why is
Say that
Ra-
one more
If you
time,
haven't
more
already in
normal.
Sylvester, it's
Why is
probably too late
Radar
that you're
Omega
right
showing
in the thick of it.
3
I got you.
different
That's exactly what it was.
TBS signals? Wait.
All right, so
See
things are
here.
calming down a little bit where they are. I think the plan for the
I'm
storm
fucking
chasers
confused
is
as a
going
motherfucker
to be
right now.
to move south. Continue. I think there's a
I,
chance
I
south.
think it's the point to where
there's a
the
chance that they
fucking
can do that.
overlays
They
are
just
fucking,
did.
or the warning
And
boxes
then,
are overlaid with
in
each other, and
Abilene,
every
right?
time
So
somebody
the storm
clicks
Shows you
on
how
something, it looks
velocity
like
isn't
one
always
thing when it's
correct.
actually another.
So the storm chasers are here. They can go
I
down
don't
to
think we had
Sweetwater
velocities
and then
over
go
like
over to
50 miles
Abilene
per
to try
hour.
to
I don't know. I'm
intercept
looking
this.
on Radar
And that's
Omega,
we had
and
to
there's like
observe
3
100
different
mile
TBS
Abilene,
icons.
this is not looking
Yeah.
good for you. This is definitely
bunch of strong winds.
currently
So
producing.
And it
there's
just says
100 mile
3
an hour
different
winds.
mesos. I'm like,
likely going to continue to
ongoing.
intensify as it moves down towards
We
you.
had a
So
report.
get ready for
It
that.
was north of What's up with northeast of Mondays where we had the
which
100
one's
mile
the
an hour
actual
wind
rotation?
Coming
winds
back up to
observed.
So many. There's so many
Coming
things
back
to
up
go
to
through.
Sunday, not Monday.
Ardmore.
It's confusing.
Checking back in on
I can't believe that's not
34,000
PDS.
people remain under a tornado
Well, I
warning.
mean,
Take
yeah, I
from
can
Springer
believe
and
it.
No,
Harvey.
100 mile an hour
Take
winds
shelter
northeast of
out
Monday,
here
but
in
the day is
Carter and Murray
Sunday.
counties for the next 35 minutes. Places like the Cool Breeze Cinema RV Park and the Plaza Mobile. the Plaza Mobile Home Park. Additionally, we've got the Mill Street
South Bend.
Garage. Additionally, we've got the Mill Street Garage and the Woodford Volunteer Fire Department
South Bend.
under that tornado warning as well.
Indiana, no.
So take shelter.
Some light rain.
So take shelter.
Hello, Lakeisha. Welcome to the stream. Again.
Come on, Bo.
Still 90 mile an hour winds, potentially upwards of 100 mile per hour winds, as well as 4-inch hail ongoing. So 4-inch hail, 90 mile an hour winds ongoing, but we could be seeing winds as high as 100
Sandlin,
with
thank you
this
for the
severe.
super chat. Dave Sandlin, thank you for the super chat.
Just to
Ryan, do you
the
know
south
anything
of
about,
Hamlin. This is
says,
about to go
Ryan, do you know
into
anything
a
about the strawberry
more
moon?
unwarned area, an area that's not inside a severe
I do know
warning.
that.
So
Just the name. I'm pretty
I
sure.
imagine we'll
what
see
we
a new
call the
severe
full
warning,
moon in
possibly
June.
as far to the south as northern
I don't think it
Abilene,
actually looks
Texas.
different. It's not like a blood moon or like it doesn't look pink or red or anything. It's just what, for some reason, it's what we call the full moon in June.
All right, let's see here.
Still surprised
Holy
we haven't
shit,
seen an
Jefferson, look.
upgrade. We legit had a mesonet observe 100 mile an hour winds at this point now 15
My
minutes
God,
ago,
get
and
all
it is
this
still radar
stuff on
indicated
the
60
face.
mile an hour
Strawberry
winds.
moon or something.
I don't think these velocities are completely true here. I do think we could be seeing up to 100 mile an hour winds, but I doubt it's up to 114 mile an hour winds.
So yeah, that's what's going on out there.
Yeah, I agree with
with
CRG.
the
I don't.
strawberry moon.
I think some of that is fucking corruption.
Rotation actually has picked up on that last.
I mean, this part's definitely going to verify, Ben, but it is
So
definitely
we have
more
tornado
south
right there's
than
about
what
what's
we
gonna
were
be northeast of
expecting.
Newport, moving over towards Interstate 35, south of Springer, north of Ardmore.
If this
Take shelter now.
cluster,
Already.
say the top of this cluster currently in Seymour, say that was actually north of Wichita. So if you just teleported this cluster like 25 miles to the northeast, then yeah, our event would be starting to verify. But actually, this is on the southern side and southwest side of our moderate.
You know what that means, right?
I'll check this
Huh.
out.
My thought of me possibly getting hit with a full-blown line is coming true. Since it's 25 miles to the south and west, I might get that later tonight. So that means,
But,
Dale, by tomorrow
I mean,
morning,
yeah, we are
I
starting to
may
see
not
our
have
very
power.
high-end wind gusts of 90 to 100 mile an hour winds.
I may wake up at 7 a.m. with no power.
Well, you better be charging your phone now then.
Big problem. Dale knows this. You don't yet.
Let me
I
go
don't
over
have a
here real
phone.
quick.
Yeah, this is our only tornado. Well,
He's a bird
actually,
boy.
it's not our only tornado warning. Our other tornado warning is down here with that major storm that's coming down towards Abilene. So,
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to
Let's go back to our Abilene radar site.
Track here.
70-mile-an-hour winds observed near Haskell. That's going to move into Woodson.
You're looking at the velocities over here.
And then again, we have 100-mile-an-hour winds recently observed northeast of Monday. If those winds are still ongoing, it would be somewhere south of Seymour, where those winds are currently located.
Of your screen, you've got the data picker, so you can kind of
or
see
Seymour.
what the wind speeds are in here, and there's actually a couple of pockets of 90 to 100 mile per hour winds.
This southern storm has taken a very sharp,
see that number right there.
A very sharp south turn here.
Down here and change that to miles per hour.
So, I mean, you can see the greatest wind speeds. If it keeps going the exact direction that it's going, I mean, that is going to put it right through Abilene, Texas. But I feel like it's probably going to turn a bit more to the east and maybe avoid southern portions of Abilene, Texas.
At least 70 mile per hour winds are actually occurring at
yeah, the warning is still for 60 mile an hour winds radar indicated, even though we had an observed 100 mile an hour wind report.
So, yeah, it's just another interesting thing that you can do with the WeatherWise app. And once again, just because it says 100 miles per hour doesn't mean that's what's happening on the ground. Remember, we're looking up into the sky a little bit here, so it's a little bit different.
Man. We'll see how much this can organize too, because I mean, really, the only place where we aren't seeing much is right over Wichita Falls, which is exactly where the highest threat for damaging winds was expected to be today. And I mean, we have a big cluster of significant severe weather to the northeast of Wichita, and then we have 100 to a 90. 90 to 100, said that the wrong way. Wrong way around. 90 to 100 mile per hour winds ongoing southwest of Wichita Falls, so Wichita Falls looks to have dodged a big bullet today.
You think?
Like 81 mile per hour near Rodin, and
is it me or does Wichita Falls always get missed?
A new severe thunderstorm watch should be issued at any moment for northern Texas. 30 minutes remain on that severe watch, and we now have storms that are beginning to approach the edge of our PDS severe thunderstorm watch. Which, by the way, both of our 90 mile an hour severes and our 100 mile an hour wind report, all three of that was inside of the PDS severe watch.
Hey Ryan, got a mega summary of new member shoutouts for ya. We've got a fantastic group joining the Y'all fam. James Teagarden, Tin Smart, Mojo Jojo.
Wouldn't be shocked if this is up to 80 mile an hour winds ongoing here, southeast of Haskell, Texas.
Codger for stepping up as an official sponsor.
Whoa.
A big ol' welcome to all 5.
Oh.
Glad to have y'all.
Why is it no longer even severe warned? What?
Wow, Stormrunner and Brandon are both
totally like 80 to 90 mile an hour winds, not even severe warned right now. Did we forget our warning was expiring?
Again there, which is really impressive.
Whoops.
And unfortunately, in Abilene,
let's see if they reissue that warning pretty quickly here.
We do have a camera.
We literally have 80 to 90 mile an hour winds, not even severe warned right now.
I lost the radio.
Tornado warning does remain in effect for 29 more minutes.
And this is the United Rescue Alliance Camp Barkley area near Buffalo Gap. That's probably
they like it's a tornado warning. It's good enough. We've seen it before. Oh, PDS severe watch till 09Z. And that does indeed include Shreveport, Louisiana. Now inside a 95.
Apparently, it
90.
knocked out the Wi-Fi and cell tower.
Lord have mercy. That is almost the highest probability possible. 95, 90. That is worse than our other PDS watch. Wow. Our other one was 90, 80.
Damn.
This is 95, 90. Oh my word, get this. Hold on. I'm about to go see.
Now I'm back. Jeez.
Give me a brief moment, y'all. I gotta go check right now.
As soon as I say I'm back, it drops.
Get ready out here for some 70
it's right here.
winds and 1-inch hail. 26,000 people are in the path of this one. Checking back in on.
Yeah, 100 mile an hour winds likely. Jeez.
Check my screen out now. No.
That's crazy. I might pack up and leave.
Jefferson, check my screen right now.
Alright,
Oh.
now I'm back, but I guarantee it's going to do what it has
Dude.
done the last 2 times, and I will disconnect.
100 mile-an-hour winds are expected. Not likely, not possible, expected.
We're back!
Wow.
Oh, we got a new severe thunderstorm watch.
I don't know what the heck happened, but every time I tried
That's
to ask
crazy.
Freddie where they were, my radio disconnected.
Severe thunderstorm watch.
100 mile-an-hour winds are expected. Jeez, dude. That includes Dallas, too.
Shreveport, Texarkana, and Paris, Sherman.
Yeah, they're like 10 miles south of Abilene.
95-90. That is just, that's crazy.
Until 9 o'clock, so I'm wondering if, like, they're good there and they just shouldn't go back home for a little while.
That is crazy, dude.
Yeah, I tell them to stay
That's
put.
one of the highest
Like
severe watches I've ever
it
seen.
should go just south of town, too, but... Or it should go just west of town.
And that is a PDS severe thunderstorm
I
watch.
just wouldn't say to go home yet.
100 mile-an-hour winds are
I think they're
expected.
good where they're at. Who knows? It's still an hour away from Abilene, according to the,
And that, like I said, that goes all the way until Shreveport. All the way into Shreveport, dude.
Toledo told him to stay there, then it's going just south of Abilene. That's
extremely
That goes very, very far.
in Dallas tonight.
It looks like it's going maybe to Abilene or north.
So your
Yeah,
PDS
that's what the
severe
latest
watch
scan looks like. Well, that's what I'm saying. I would
is
not
this
advise
right
them
in
to drive
here.
home right now because it will drive into the heart of it.
It also includes Waco, Texas.
That is in effect until 4 a.m.
And Texarkana. Actually, never mind. Sorry, it does not include Waco. It does. Wait, what? Okay. I'm going to draw this out exactly how I see it here on the SPC site.
A new PDS
I was
severe
using just
thunderstorm
weather-wise. I'm
warning
going to
has been
use
issued.
the SPC site, so it's just like this.
Severe thunderstorm warning. 80-mile-per-hour winds are expected.
And it actually goes back up just like that.
Golf ball size hail. So we've got
So that is your
What?
PDS severe thunderstorm watch right there.
Jones, Nolan, Shackelford, and
Perfect.
Taylor counties in Texas.
Because we have another watch that is overlapping it for 30 more minutes. So it was a little confusing there. So it includes Waco, Dallas, Fort Worth, Longview, Texas, Shreveport, Louisiana, Mansfield, Louisiana, Texarkana, Arkansas, New Boston, Texas, Broken Bow, Idabel, Hugo, Southeast Oklahoma. That is your PDS severe thunderstorm watch.
We've got just a ton of RV parks and
Sam, it's on the
multiple
graphic
parks here,
on.
you guys are in a tent,
I
camper, or
posted it
mobile
on
home,
Twitter.
you'll find a
If you
more
want to just go look at my
sturdy
Twitter, it's
shelter.
on there.
This is like a tornado, okay? It's going to be like a tornado, but one that hits more people than regular tornadoes because it's so big. It's a very large area of wind.
And this is valid till 09Z.
We've got the Abilene RV.
My brain doesn't work, so I gotta see what time. Yeah, exactly.
5 a.m.
5 a.m. Yep. Bro, new. Good job, Lucky. 5 a.m. Eastern, 4 a.m. Central.
Caravan site, the Ridgeview RV Resort, the Thai RV Park. And we can't
Well,
forget
we'll see if we get 100 mile-an-hour winds tonight.
Resort. All these places are
Also,
under direct
Abilene, Texas, now inside a
life-threatening
PDS
storm,
severe for
okay?
80
It's a
mile-an-hour
destructive
winds.
storm that will topple over many campers. It will send
It is turning a little bit more east. That's what I was thinking, but it looks like this is going to be a close call for Abilene, Texas. If it kept on that exact southeast trajectory, it would have went right into the city, but I had a pretty good feeling it was going to turn, and it looks like it did. Oh, another tornado warning out here. I didn't even see that. That's for Durant, Oklahoma. We've got a radar site over that.
Durant?
Durant. Same thing.
I mean, Durant.
Hey, I'm not the one who took a 3-hour power nap in the middle of a Derecho, buddy, so it's cut me some slack.
Hey, man.
Let alone 2 power naps.
I did not take 2 naps.
Oh, my bad. You just went.
I didn't take 3 either.
You took 6.
Or 4. Or 5 or 6 or 7. I took 1.
Wait, this doesn't even work anymore. What? I have to look this up myself. Okay, for some reason the radar site there is down. I can just try to get a different link to it. Nope, it's actually down. It won't let me click the link. Lucky, see if you can open this. Or does it just give you a can't be reached error? What'd you say? Discord didn't pick up whatever you tried to say.
Trying to find it.
It's literally in DMs, Lucky.
I know.
It couldn't be simpler to just click the link.
I mean, I'm on it. It's just nothing's showing up.
Is it an error?
Nope.
So you can see the site?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just on my end. Got it. Yeah, because it gives me a error. Another tornado warning in southeast Oklahoma. Those are right over the radar hole that I was talking about a moment ago. In southeast Oklahoma. So far, all those are radar indicated. Holy moly. Very significant damaging winds being reported in Roten, Texas. That was our 90-mile-an-hour severe. Literally, houses crumbled. Gracious day. Wow. Yeah, that was definitely 90-plus mile-an-hour winds. Homes have been crumbled in Roby, Texas. I'm not too sure how you say that town name. I don't think it was an embedded tornado. No, I believe it was just RFD winds from the supercell. I mean, it could have been, it was likely mobile homes, and I think 90-mile-an-hour winds could probably crumble mobile homes, honestly. It didn't look like they were, like, slabbed or anything, so it doesn't look like it was a tornado. At least based off the damage I've seen just at the moment. And it looks like it was a localized downburst. So, you know for a fact that NWS will be surveying that over the next few days. I mean, you're barely inside that PDS severe watch. Either Shreveport was going to be included in it, or you were going to be one county away, and you got included in it. I still think it's going to weaken before you, but I mean, you could still see very significant damaging winds. It's hard to predict where the worst winds are going to be, because it's going to be in localized downbursts like we just saw there moments ago. There's going to be sections in very small areas that could get the worst damaging winds in these severes, but widespread 60-mile-an-hour winds is expected, and then those localized downbursts could be upwards of 100 miles per hour. Yeah, this looks like a very dangerous 80-mile-an-hour severe here. Moving into Hawley. Probably going to stay on the northern side of Abilene, Texas, like I was anticipating. So I don't think this is going to directly hit the city, but it's going to be a pretty close call for the city. Those storms in southern Oklahoma they've just exploded.
I don't know where exactly he is, but if he gets
but they've also
close to one of
exploded
these,
into
you
a
know, we
bunch
can
of crap
pull him up.
convection
But
too, so
for the most
they look
part, these
messy.
are garden variety.
They have indeed exploded.
Storms out here around St. Louis. There's definitely, some stronger bursts of winds and stuff, but nothing. I mean, nothing even remotely close to what we're talking about down here for Dallas. That's why we're not kind of hyper focusing on any of those.
Oops.
We do continue to have a tornado warning for Ardmore for 17 more minutes. We have a tornado warning for Jones County and Fisher County for 17 more minutes.
You going to bed?
And then up here in Durant, we have a tornado warning for 32 more minutes. And then Caddo in Oklahoma, that's going to go on for the next hour.
I guess.
I mean, I have a s'more
So
waiting
we're
in
just watching all of these storms as they continue to move down towards Dallas.
Nah, dude.
Our derecho is
because I
forming.
had a big meal, so I'm good. Should I turn off my PC? It depends. I would say, yeah, turn it off. Do you want it to be fried? Do you want to have a computer tomorrow morning? Turn it off. Turn that computer off. But hopefully you have a phone or something to help you receive watches and warnings, because I can tell you, lightning strike, that thing going fry your computer.
How do we get?
I have a surge protector. I accidentally got it. I didn't even know it was a surge protector until I looked it
go
up.
over to his YouTube channel, give him a super chat. Tell
And
him Ryan
my
sent
PC
you.
is plugged in directly to that, so if like a power pole gets struck by lightning or something, or my house gets hit by lightning, it came very close. It came within a mile of my house to being hit by
Brad
lightning.
Arnold, Brandon, Corey, all these guys have their own YouTube channels.
Even closer
You can
than that, there
follow
was
them.
one in the backyard. There's a bolt in the backyard in the middle of thankfully we don't have any neighbors back there. I have neighbors on both sides, but not
All right,
not
we're
in
starting
my yard,
to see
not
a little bit
behind me.
more
At least
lightning
not
showing
behind
up
me
on
for
this
a little
camera
while.
down here near Abilene.
lightning
So
strike that close?
Abilene's
Yeah,
going
it
to
was
be the
very
next
close.
population center that we're
the
concerned
house
about with our
layout.
developing
That's crazy.
derecho
That
coming
close?
together.
Yeah, so you've been at my house. So do you remember where there was a bush at
Yeah,
the
there
bottom?
you go. So there, you go to Brad Arnold's
A
channel
new
as well.
in the
PDS
neighbor's
severe
yard.
thunderstorm
Spread the
warning.
love
A new
out there.
PDS
There's
severe
a big bush
thunderstorm
down
warning
there,
has been
and
issued.
yeah, and
wait,
I'm
wait,
pretty
can you
sure
hear me?
But Abilene,
yeah,
you
it
guys are
struck
next
into
in
that
line
forest.
here for our significant destructive severe thunderstorm, and we're starting to see some lightning here now. This camera is going to be pretty useful.
It was
as
to the
gets
right
closer,
of that,
but
the
right
other
now it's
neighbors.
still kind of far out.
So if you turn to the right, and there was a tree line to your right when you were doing that, and that's where the lightning bolt hit, somewhere in there. I know, because it was loud, and it being that close flashed our
Brad's
power.
the man. He's the tornado
Like,
sniffer.
I don't even think it hit our house, or I know it didn't hit our house, but I don't think it hit any power poles or anything, and it still flashed our power. So point being, yeah, turn off your computer, unplug it, make sure it's turned off properly too, because you'll get an error if you
I have a
don't turn it off
multi-monitor set up
properly.
and watch several feeds at once. It's awesome. I've noticed that's like a common thing now. Like it's similar
want
to
me to unmute you
sports.
now?
Like if you're following like a tournament or something with sports, like a lot of people will watch like
Alright,
4 or
sure.
5 games at the same time,
I
split
guess.
screened on their monitor or whatever. And people are
They did
treating,
upgrade this severe for
weather
80 mile an
coverage
hour
the same
winds.
way.
You
I
can
see
see
people
this
all the time.
very
They're like,
large area
they got
of
Ryan
blue,
Hall y'all up.
and then
They got
these
their
darker
local
blue
news
pixels you see
station.
in
They've
here,
got
those are
Brad
82
Arnold,
as
or,
high
you
as
know, a
90
Storm
mile
Chaser
per
up
hour
as well, and
pixels.
it's just like.
And
I
that
mean,
dark blue one,
I don't think there's ever been a time
that's
in history where people
95
are as
mile an
weather
hour
aware
pixel there, but I
or
do believe
properly
that's
informed
probably some
as now.
corruption
It's crazy how
embedded in
much
there.
the weather communication has advanced here recently.
Arkansas update. Most of Arkansas won't get much today. Isolated 60 mile an hour severes through much of Arkansas. The more southwest you are, the better chance you have for worse severe weather. So if you are in the Arklatex area, that is the best opportunity to see 70 to 80 mile an hour wind gust. But our entire main risk has kind of shifted south. We were expecting these storms. We
Weather-wise,
thought they would
on
be
1,
located
Ryan
up
on 2,
in
Chasers
here.
on 3.
But instead, obviously,
makes
they are
sense.
quite a bit more well to the
All right, Corey
southwest.
Gherkin's getting caught up in some rain over here between Throckmorton and
I'm thinking that
Newcastle.
that'll probably help
So this is
Arkansas.
what that looks like. So Corey Gherkin is inside the storm now.
Let me see
as it's coming out of Throckmorton. Aaron Eastman is just outside.
Models have
of the
definitely
storm that's coming
changed,
towards
yeah, but
Abilene. So this is what that
I mean,
storm
you're
looks
still
like
looking
up
at
close and personal.
60,
as it,
70
approaches
mile an hour
Hawley.
winds there.
So yeah, this is still packing a huge punch
Right
here
there,
as it
indicated
goes
one
over
there,
towards
northeast of
Anson,
Ardmore.
Hawley, and
A new
Abilene.
tornado warning has been
Hopefully
issued.
you guys
Oklahoma
are
just
getting ready
stay
out
in your
there. It's
safe
going to
spot
be,
there.
I mean, it's going to be a really dangerous storm, you know.
It's also hard to say how much these are going to congeal up into a full line. Like right now, we have the messy cluster across this area, and then we have our main MCS down in here. And it's hard to say how much those are going to merge and if they're going to strengthen a lot as they merge.
What is a derecho? It's a long line of storms that produces damaging winds.
I haven't had electronics
usually
frag
with
before,
several instances of hurricane force wind gusts that last for more than 400 miles. So we're expecting
whenever
long
thunderstorms
track
roll
line of storms
through, I
tonight,
always
potentially
unplug
lasting longer
everything
than
from
400
outlets,
miles.
and if it's not
Whether or not it
unplugged, it's
lasts
in my
that
surge
long
protector.
is still up in the air, but all I know for sure is that the Dallas-Fort Worth area is going to get hit by
like
it
my
to some
phone
degree,
charger, that's
and
in a
it's
surge
potentially
protector.
going to be
My
damaging for the
computer
area. So
surge protector.
we're staying on
My
the
other
air
laptop
to
surge protector.
alert people of that.
I don't need anything getting fried. I don't need anything getting fried, man. Could be up to 90-mile-an-hour winds here going towards Woodson.
Yeah, this
That's
is a storm
going
that's coming
directly
into
towards
Abilene, okay?
Woodson.
So
Throckmorton,
I'm
we're
going to
seeing
keep that
very strong
above.
winds with
Actually,
activity
never
moving
mind. That's
south
moving north
southeast.
Tornado
Those of you in Looters to
Ardmore,
Abilene
you're
to
no
Fort
longer under a tornado.
Albany
Yeah,
to Fort
that's kinda
Griffin,
moving more
get
like
ready for
this way.
60, 70-mile-an-hour winds.
But it will be very
this
close to
section
hitting
of line
Woodson.
here, and I can switch over to the which way the wind's blowing mode. You can see, guess what? Let me get rid of all these lines here. You can see the radar is estimating we have winds of near 90 miles an hour southwest of Throckmorton.
For the next
now
25
we're looking
minutes.
about 3,000
We've got
feet
no
above the surface
confirmed
here,
reports
but
of a tornado.
we've seen measurements of 100 miles an hour already. Back near, or back around Seymour earlier. Thank you, Ron Constantine, for your Texas Storm Chasers merch order. Appreciate it. We're seeing winds of 60, 70, maybe even 80 to 90 miles an hour showing up on radar around Throckmorton, back southwest and near Looters. Winds have come down a bit near Anson and Hawley. That activity has calmed down a bit for now, but it may not last. I don't think it will. Clint and Melissa, thank you for your Texas Storm Chasers merch order. And again, all this activity is moving east, east, southeast at about 40 to 50 miles per hour. Not everyone's going to get crazy wind damage here, but we're going to have some problems. We know. Let's look at the Red River area. We're going to switch to the Fort Worth radar. Justin Selvin, thank you very much for your Texas Storm Chasers merch order and donation. Appreciate it. We're going to take a look at these storms in East Texas in a minute. That one near Jefferson's perking up a bit. Let me turn radar off so you can see. We have multiple tornado warnings now in southern Oklahoma. One east of Ardmore, several on Highway 69, which is 75 in Texas, from the Red River through Durant up through Caddo, south of Atoka. Those are tornado warnings north of the Red River, so we're going to have to watch for that. But this activity...
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for Baylor, Ford, and Knox County in Texas.
Is moving east, east, southeast at about 30 miles an hour out here. So again, all this activity that you're seeing is going to start to shift and expand and move more quickly south. All this, it's going to do this, move east. Some of this is going to be moving southeast over the next few hours. So that's what we're going to be dealing with. And again, the strongest of these storms will be producing, at times, hurricane force winds over 80 miles an hour. We could still have plenty of hail and spin up tornadoes and heavy rain. Thank you, Melissa and Bree, along with Todd Godden, for your Texas Storm Chasers merch orders and donations. Appreciate it. Thank you. So that is what we expect. We'll show you there's nothing in DFW right now. We've still got some time. DFW, you're probably still got at least another hour. Northern DFW, at least an hour. We are definitely going to have some stuff approaching after that, but you can see the radar here over the last hour. This activity is accelerating off to the east, east, southeast. And again, the strongest of these storms are producing, at this point, quarter to golf ball size hail, damaging straight line winds of 60, 70, 80, 90, even 100 miles an hour. Now, does that mean everyone out here is doing that right now? No. But as these storms continue, we'll do our best to indicate what's happening. At 8:45 p.m., we had a 86 mile per hour wind gust just southeast of Stamford. That's going to be with this storm northeast of Anson. So even though, look on the radar here, let me show you. Look, right here. Guess what? Notice how we have a break in the storm here? Even right here, where the radar doesn't look as, impressive, an 86 mile per hour wind gust was measured 8 minutes ago. And that's going to continue to be an issue. Mark Nagil, thank you very much for your Texas Storm Chasers merch order and donation. Let me see if this will show that local storm report. Not yet. And Shelly Hicks, thank you very much for that donation. Appreciate it. All right, so these storms out here in the big country, extending from near Anson, Hawley, up through Fort Griffin to Throckmorton to Newcastle and Graham, are capable of producing 60 to 80 mile an hour winds. At times, we're getting gusts up to 100 miles per hour. A lot of wind damage with this is expected. This is going to keep moving into western North Texas. This segment is moving southeast, so it would be a western DFW threat. But we're seeing storms up here on the Red River intensify now as well. A new severe thunderstorm warning for Grayson County, which you'll hear in a minute. And as that activity continues and moves southeast, we do expect an increasing threat of severe weather here in northern DFW. Here we go.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for Cook and Grayson County in Texas.
David and Tedessa Weaver, thank you very much for that generous donation. I appreciate it. Thank you. And you're very welcome. And Patty, thank you as well. Appreciate it. Okay, so let's take a look at this East Texas stuff near Jefferson. It looks like we've perked up a little bit. Now, this isn't the spaghetti-o kind of storm we expect out here. This looks like one of these storms that might have a little bit of hail with it now. Let's take a closer look, and we'll see. The radar's estimating we could have some hail, maybe near quarter size, maybe even ping pong ball size. This would be out here southwest of Jefferson on Highway 154 near Harlington. That's going to be moving southeast towards Nesbit, Marshall, Highway 80, and eventually Interstate 20 out here. So we may get a severe thunderstorm warning in just a moment for portions. Oh, wow. Speak of the devil, man, I couldn't have timed that any better if I had tried. You'll hear that in a minute, but again, it's going to be a severe storm warning for parts of Harrison and Panola counties in East Texas. Severe thunderstorm just southwest of Jefferson, back towards Harlington on Highway 154, moving south-southeast towards Nesbit, Hallsville, Marshall, Scottsville, Leah.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for Caddo County in Louisiana, Harrison, and Marion County in Texas.
Again, this is going to be a severe storm capable of producing quarter-size hail at least, maybe a little larger, and localized winds of 60 miles an hour. So again, not a tornado, but just damaging winds, heavy rain, etc. moving towards places like Nesbit. Marshall could be there by 9:20 p.m. Wascom, 9:45.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for Haskell, Shackelford, and Throckmorton County in Texas.
All right, Kylie Prather, Papa Wick, Sharon, and Emily, thank you all for your very generous donations and store orders. Appreciate it. Appreciate y'all joining us. All right, so that's the storm out on the border of East Texas. Let's go back to this new nasty severe warning.
A new flash flood warning has been issued for Fisher County in Texas.
This is going to be a severe thunderstorm warning for 90 mile an hour winds, tornado-like winds, quarter to golf ball size hail. This is going to be for the city of Stamford. We've got winds moving towards Albany, Luders, Fort Griffin. Woodson, 90 mile an hour winds. This whole line could have 90 mile an hour winds now. And Biltmore Roofing, thanks for your order and donation. Appreciate it. All right, so let's take a look. They've got these moving southeast now at about 50. So let's go ahead and update the storms track. And again, these are destructive severe thunderstorms now with a history of 90-mile-an-hour winds. Moving east-southeast at 50. Abilene, the next 15 minutes. Baird, about 9:25 to 9:30. Moran, about 9:25 to 9:30. Albany, about 9:10 to 9:15. The city of Breckenridge, about 9:20 to 9:30. Graham, about 9:10 to 9:15. Jacksboro, about 9:30. Mineral Wells, about 9:50. Runaway Bay, about 9:50. Cisco, about 9:45 to 9:50. Eastland, 9:50. Putnam, about 9:40. Clyde, about 9:25. The potential for extremely strong destructive winds up to 90, 100 miles per hour. Quarter to golf ball size hail. Extremely heavy rain. And yeah, there may be some spin-up tornado issues here, but folks, really at this point we're dealing with storms producing tornado-like winds on a larger scale. So here is the which way the wind's blowing mode. You can see we are seeing definitely wind gusts over 80 miles an hour in spots. And understand, even where the radar is not necessarily showing the strongest winds, we're getting gusts over 80 miles an hour measured. These are not, radar-indicated threats. These are being measured by multiple weather stations. Good gravy. Kate Priest, Marcus Phillips, Gary Ford, Carl Harada, Lori Gott, and Kate Priest again. Thank you very much, y'all, for your merch orders and generous donations. We appreciate all of it. Thank you. Y'all are actually getting to the point where I might have to, stop talking about it because it's... I don't want to get too, excessive. I do want to express appreciation, but Carl Harada, thank you very much for your merch order. But boy, look at that scan that just came in there, Woodson. And again, Abilene, get ready for some winds. We're seeing winds probably near 90 miles an hour south of Throckmorton. Keely Hubbard, thank you very much for your very generous donation. Appreciate it wholeheartedly. These storms, again, capable of producing 70 to 90 mile an hour winds from near Newcastle and Young County back to Woodson and Fort Griffin in southern Throckmorton, northern Shackleford County, back to near Funston and Hawley, back into Jones County. These storms are moving
stopped issuing severes and just did
southeast
straight tornado warnings
at about 40 miles per hour.
damaging
Now, the
winds.
good news is for Abilene, you might get skirted by this. This kind of shifted a bit.
That's
to your
how bad it
north,
was.
so y'all might get lucky here, and that the worst may stay just north.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for Stevens and Young County in Texas.
Y'all, I don't even think 300
All right, the
mile
Weather
an hour
Service in
winds
Fort
has
Worth
been
has
observed
reissued the
anywhere on
warning
planet
out
Earth.
here from Olney, Newcastle,
I think
Graham,
the only thing that
Breckenridge.
can go that fast is a car.
They have increased
a car,
the winds
plane,
to 80 miles
maybe a
per hour,
speedboat.
which is a destructive
But I don't
severe
think
thunderstorm.
so
heads
damaging
up.
winds associated with
Quarter-size hail,
nature
1
can
inch in
be that
diameter,
fast.
and a
I'm sure
destructive
at the
severe
500
thunderstorm
millibars,
wind
there's been a
event
300 mile
underway.
Okay, now maybe on the top of I don't know,
Heading your
Mount
way.
Everest or something.
Carl Lingo, thank you very much
Not
for your
Everest.
generous
Hey, we should
order.
yo.
Appreciate it.
It says 253
All right,
in a
so
cyclone.
let's put the radar loop back on. I want to be able to give you all at least an idea of what's going on here.
And now I know tornadoes can hit that high, but I'm talking about a wind gust. I'm not
Brickworm
talking about a
Roofing, Thank
tornado.
you for your merch order.
I'm
All right,
talking about
y'all, I
a
have turned that
thunderstorm
stuff
wind
off for
gust
now. We
out
are
of
gonna
like
talk
storms like this
weather.
being 300
All right, so we got a
miles
line
per
of
hour.
storms now that is pretty solid.
I don't think I would
nearly
count. I don't
100%
think I would
coverage,
count a tropical
extending
system
from near
either. What the
Windstar
heck is
World
this,
Casino
Google?
back on
500
Red
mile
River
an hour winds
southwest through
is
Munster,
theoretically
St. Joe
possible.
to Bowie, Montague,
What?
back
Like, dude,
into
what?
Young County,
And then it
Grand
goes on to say the highest
Newcastle,
wind gust
to
recorded was
Throckmorton,
253,
Fort
but you think
Griffin,
500 mile an hour
back
winds
to
is
Anson, just
possible?
north of
In
Abilene.
extreme scenarios,
This line is gonna be
hyper
moving
hurricanes can
southeast,
theoretically reach wind speeds of
east-southeast
500
now
miles
at
an
about
hour,
30 to 50
potentially
miles
up
per
to
hour.
600.
The most intense
Like
of these
what?
storms are producing destructive
Google,
hurricane force wind gusts
Google, what?
over 80
All right,
to
guys,
90
never
miles per
cheat
hour.
on any more tests.
Large hail, we're seeing quarter to
Because
ping
Google
pong ball
obviously
size,
doesn't know the answer to
and
questions.
we continue to monitor
600 mile an hour winds
rotation,
possible.
but to be
Sure.
blunt, at this point, the
What-
widespread
what is
hurricane
Google
force
doing
winds are
for?
probably more problematic than any
questions 'cause they
spin-ups
don't
we
know the
have
answer.
in the embedded larger areas of
I do think there's a chance
damaging
we have
winds.
90 mile an hour winds about to move right through Woodson here. That is a possibility. So make sure you're in your safe spot if you're in Woodson,
So
in Texas.
let's go over the latest
It
wind
is already a
reports.
radar
We had
indicated
a
90 mile an hour
100 mile
severe,
per
so
hour
you need
wind
to be
gust
in your safe
measured
spot.
at 8:10 p.m. About 4 miles north of Gore. That's southwest of Seymour.
Also, Marcus,
in
your
northwest
severe has been
Texas.
downgraded to
66
70
mile an hour wind
winds,
gust at 8:20 p.m.
I would
Haskell.
recommend staying indoors away
86
from
mile an
doors
hour
and
wind gust
windows,
just
but you
southeast
don't
of
have
Stanford
to
at
be in your safe
8:45
spot. It's
p.m.
no
That's
longer a
northeast of
PDS
Anson.
severe. And it looks
we're
like if
probably
we
getting
do
some
see
very
70 mile an
strong
hour
winds
winds, it
out
would
here
likely be
southeast
near
of
or north
Throckmorton,
of
moving towards
Holly.
Breckenridge as well. And then we're watching these storms up on
This
the
line
Red
is
River. We
strengthening
note
pretty
tornado
far
warnings
south.
across
I don't
Highway
know, y'all. Look at
6975, just north of the
We
Red River.
almost have a
up
full
in
line,
southeastern
like
or
a crazy
southern
line of severe
Oklahoma.
storms
Circulation southwest
There's
side of
only
Durant,
a little
north
area
of
where we
Colbert.
don't have severes
We have other
there.
circulations north of
So
Durant.
this is almost fully
this line of storms now,
turned
we
into
have
our
a
big
line
line
of
that
severe
we were
storms
anticipating.
entering places like, well, Munster,
Somehow,
Gainesville, almost
somehow,
Sherman.
some way, it's actually
we
almost
definitely are seeing
fully
some
turned into
indications of
that
a
line.
circulation, actually, near Windstar World Casino. Let me go ahead and take a closer look at that. And again, tonight's not a night I want to really nitpick
velocity
for
being broken over
circulations. We're
here.
going to have a lot of damaging winds. And at some
Have to
point,
use
you know, it's
weatherwise,
just
'cause
trying to
weatherwise's
pin the
velocity
tail on the
doesn't
donkey.
break
Damaging
as
winds
often.
or tornadic circulations, kind of both the same here. But we do have winds being shown near 80 miles an hour near Windstar World Casino, Red River Bridge here on I-35. That line is moving southeast into northern Grayson County, so I suspect we're going to get a new warning.
Okay, the
here
HRRR
for
still keeps a
Grayson and Cook
very
County
low end
shortly.
scenario for
Line of
tomorrow's
severe storms
Let's
from
go.
Windstar World Casino, just north of Gainesville, back to
That would
Bowie.
be
This
awesome.
line
I
capable of
do
producing
not
winds
know
over
why there's a
60 to
slight risk for
70
severe weather in
miles
the
per hour, and
Carolinas.
that storm in
I
Montague
am
County near Bowie
legitimately
is most
thinking our slight risk
definitely
lucky
showing
tomorrow is
indications of
for
intensifying.
cloud
You
cover.
can see we're starting to see some enhanced wind velocity.
Because I swear there is not much that's going to
So
happen
as that
tomorrow.
happens, we're going to see these
Yo,
storms
why
and
are
their
we-
warnings expand.
And it's a
out
2%
of
tornado risk.
and
I
in
think it is
fact,
actually a
that is
slight
what is
risk for
coming
cloud
right
cover.
now. So real quick,
Bro,
we're going to let that talk. I'm going to go visit the little boys' room real quick.
There's
We'll
light
be
rain.
right back here with continuing severe weather
Light
coverage
to moderate rain,
on
but
the Texas Storm
like it is literally. It looks like one of the worst slight risks I've seen this year.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for Cook, Denton,
I
Montague,
can't even
and Wise
see
County
what
in
is
Texas.
happening over here with our tornado warnings. This is so sloppy. Just be in your
Alright,
safe
guys.
spot if you're in the tornado warnings, because radar isn't going to be able to tell you anything. I'm going to
Alright,
get the
guys.
Dallas radar open while you
Look,
talk.
Y'all want me to chase tomorrow for a cloud cover? Don't answer that because I'm not.
Yeah, we could get a lucky storm chase. You're chasing tomorrow, right,
what?
Lucky?
If something actually happens tomorrow, actually I can't. I have work.
Yeah, you have work. I was gonna say, what are you about to go on about, buddy?
Dang, bro. You know.
I might chase just so I could go get some food from Lucky's restaurant. Go get me some food from Lucky, dude. What was that, MCD? Oh, okay. That's not in the main risk area. One of the best things about storm chasing is seeing Lucky. Literally, like, the only reason why I went down into North Carolina was literally so I could see Lucky during a storm chase. I barely even went for the storm. I really went just to see Lucky. Lucky is very much employed. He is so employed, he's probably not even going to upload on YouTube
All right,
anymore.
let's keep on going.
Right?
That's not true. I was supposed to go like 7 minutes ago. That's why I said, oh, because I missed it.
Let us
You missed
continue
it.
with severe
Bro,
weather
missed
coverage
going
here. It's
live.
going to be a severe thunderstorm warning. It's going to be
Change it to
for
10:15.
Montague,
We'll see if I get it this
Cook,
time.
Denton, wise counties in North
Where does Lucky
Texas.
work?
It's gonna
How
be
do you miss?
four
How do you
winds
miss
up
your
to
live stream going, dude?
70 miles an
I
hour,
work at
quarter-size
a
hail.
job.
Line of storms from Bowie to
Yeah, he works at a place where
Gainesville,
you work.
moving southeast
Kaden
now
said,
at 45
what?
miles an
I
hour.
thought the risk was
This is
dead.
going to be near
I thought
Gainesville,
it
Sunset,
busted.
Lindsay at
You know
9:10
what? Just don't
p.m.
even answer
Lake
that.
Kiowa
Just don't
around
even respond. No one
9:15.
respond to Kaden.
Albert about 9:20.
No one respond to
Sanger
Kaden. He obviously
to
didn't
Ray Roberts
watch
Park
earlier.
around 9:25. Pilot Point
Is the storm
9:30.
northwest of Abilene still tornadic?
Denton and
No.
Decatur around
It died out
9:35.
very
Aubrey
quickly.
and Crum about 9:40.
There is some
Krugerville, New
rotation right
Fairview,
now, but it went
Salina,
from
and
90,
Crossroads.
maybe even 95 mile an hour winds down to 70 to 60.
I was about to say, it was like a little hook.
Right now, the greatest wind speeds are located north of Albany and barely southwest of Woodson, Texas. And then we have a bunch of winds that are getting close to Dallas. It looks like this line's going to head right into Dallas. Still minimal, strong convection south of Wichita Falls. That's our only gap right now. Our only gap in severe weather is south of Wichita Falls. I want to see a loop of how this sucker formed into the big line that it did, because I am quite shocked. I mean, we just saw an explosion of convection in Oklahoma. I'm very surprised we saw that. Just seemingly out of nowhere, we saw rapid intensification of thunderstorms in south central Oklahoma. And I pointed it out early in its lifespan. I said 2 overshooting tops. That's a pixel of like 100 mile an hour winds. That is corruption. I was thinking it was, but I just wanted to double check. Oh, it is observed 90 mile an hour winds still. Still observed 90 mile an hour winds there. That's going to be near Albany. Oh my word. SBC cancels watch issuance 398. SBC cancels watch issuance 392. SBC cancels watch issuance 397. SBC cancels watch issuance 393. SBC cancels watch issuance 394. 5 watches.
I think bro just ran out of something to talk about, so he just said that they canceled all these.
No, like literally the entire East Coast just lost all of its watches. And then New Mexico just lost its entire watch.
I mean, I don't know. There was still a watch in effect for the East Coast.
There was a tornado watch and 2 severe watches.
I know. Did we get a tornado up there today?
We had like 6 tornado warnings, but I didn't see anything observed.
Okay, so good. So.
And it was with the afternoon round too, so I probably wouldn't have even made it. I probably would have been targeting the evening round.
Bro, did you know
that might actually not be corruption of 90 to 100 mile an hour winds. Considering that is now growing and staying consistent north of Albany. We may have up to 95, 100 mile an hour winds there. Go ahead.
Did you know I'm not even that far from Richmond, Virginia?
Yeah, you're probably like, what, hour and a half? Maybe?
Only 2 hours.
I was going to say hour and a half or 2. I'm like 4. Hey, whenever you want to go, shoot, I'll make the drive. Richmond.
Dude, no, we gotta go see Richmond,
I'll
bro.
go, man. I will.
Hold up. Hold up. Okay, hold up. Okay. Let's go to
Test
the
has not been received, Legacy. You have failed. You got to redo school.
Schedule.
In my opinion, it's even better in the playoffs.
August 16th.
Dude.
It's a Saturday.
I would love to go.
It's a Saturday night.
Let me mute myself real quick. Did you go, or did you forget about that?
Oh, let me guess, they're sold out.
I don't know, but if you forgot, you're in trouble now.
I think I forgot, but I might low-key, because am I muted?
Now you are. I don't know. We might go to Richmond. I don't know, Caden. I know for sure we're going to go to Martinsville's playoffs. We're definitely going for that because it's literally like, it's so close to me. I still think there could be 95 to 100 mile an hour winds northwest of Albany in Texas. Newest velocity scan shows 134 mile an hour winds. All in favor of that being corruption? Because that is... Why is there CC there? That's definitely corrupted. That is so corrupted, dude. And it's gone on the next frame. But I do think there could be 95 to 100 mile an hour winds here. I don't think there's 132. But, yeah, we could have 95, 100 mile an hour winds with this downburst going right towards Albany. It is still severe for observed 90 mile an hour winds. We will lose 2 tornado warnings in less than a minute, or actually in a minute. And then our last tornado warning remains in effect here north of Durant for the next 16 minutes. Yeah, so the most significant severe wind gust right now with our main line is definitely associated in here. The highest winds will likely be just north of Albany, moving into Albany over the next couple minutes. Out of our entire line, that's where our strongest winds are. So located right there, north of Albany, possibly moving into Albany in Texas. Let's see. Apparently, I think that's a bug. Y'all ready for this? Mesonet in Norman, Oklahoma just recorded a 251 mile an hour wind gust.
What?
I'm pretty sure that's a bug.
No. Who said 253? Someone said 253 or something. Hold on. Someone said, hold on, I'm finding it. I swear someone said like 250 something.
See if I can
No, you were talking about it. Whatever you searched up, you said the highest wind gust was 254, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
You just said we got 253?
It was somewhere around 250 with a typhoon.
I need that. I need to see that. Hold on. Where's it at?
I can't get the
A new tornado warning has been issued.
For some reason. My place file broken. My place file no happy with me. Here, I'll send you a screenshot of it though. Just so we can save that. That's not actually right, by the way, y'all. But you can see it. It's right at the bottom. West-southwest winds at 251 mile per hour. Yeah, no, that's definitely not real. It's just a glitch. Well, we got our highest recorded wind speed of the day. It's at 251 mile per hour winds. There was likely a broken mesonet or something. I don't think it was that strong. In all seriousness, though, our strongest wind gust potentially out of this entire storm so far just might be moving into Albany right now. There is a chance we have upwards of 100 mile per hour winds moving into Albany, Texas. I don't know if there's a MEDAR there. I know this has MEDARs, but I don't know if these are... Oh, look at that. There it is. It's there on Red Omega. 251-mile-an-hour wind gust. 251-mile-an-hour winds. There it is. Just proof. There you go. West-southwest winds at 251 miles per hour. Dude. That is insane. Oh no, you can't. Look, I can't even. Let me go to this. Look at that. Look at that. Hold on, I'm going to put this correctly. There we go. I'm going to tweet about it. Dude. $251. It's crazy to see glitches like that. That's insane. 404 kilometer winds. All right. Oh, we now have a PDS severe thunderstorm warning for a portion of our northern line. That is in Whitesboro and Collinsville and Sherman, Texas. PDS severe for 80-mile-an-hour winds there. Dude, that is a very intense velocity signature of 90 to 100-mile-an-hour winds right there. And they did just downgrade the... Actually, no, they didn't downgrade the severe. They issued a new severe for 1 hour, for the next hour, for 80-mile-an-hour winds. There is still, over this area, the PDS severe for observed 90-mile-an-hour winds is still in place. But they did issue a new severe for 80-mile-an-hour winds. Everything's just, look at that, 90, 80, 90 observed, 80, and then 70 for that one. But like everything in this area is 80 or 90. This actually might also be tornadic too. There's a chance this is potentially tornadic near Whitesboro. That is going to miss the downtown Dallas area for sure. This will stay north of Dallas. So it should track into Collinsville, Whitesboro, Gunner, Sherman, and then eventually going into Anna, Blue Ridge, Tom Bean, Trenton. Look at the terminal. Lord have mercy. That is crazy. Yo. I got to get another radar site open for that. Dude.
What?
The terminal Dallas radar site, TDFW, looking at the destructive severe, has near 100-mile-an-hour velocities.
Oh, wow.
I have 96 on my color table here. That is crazy. It also shows a strong area of rotation. And I mean, this has been already consistent, and it is a PDS severe, so I do think this could have some corruption with it, but likely that is at least 80, minimum 80-mile-an-hour winds. Let me go back here. There's a severe warning to my north. Well, to my north. That's like an hour and a half away. It's north of Danville. New tornado warning.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
It is observed. First observed warning in a little
New
while
information.
here.
This tornado warning has been upgraded.
Confirmed tornado. Weather spotters have confirmed a tornado on the ground. So that is an observed tornado barely south of Durant.
All right, well, give me 2 minutes, okay?
All right, good night. And that is the last we ever hear from him. We will never hear from him again. Those winds aren't as high going into Albany in central Texas now. Still could be up to about 80 or 90, but not at the 95 to 100 mile per hour wind velocity.
On this young man's tablet, and he is analyzing the velocity
Still
data
could be seeing
on the
80
terminal
to 90
radar.
mile-an-hour winds
This
here,
young man here,
right over Whitesboro.
That is awesome.
In north central Texas.
Once again, if you're young right now and you're watching this and you're not even in the path of these storms, you're probably going to be a great meteorologist one day. Keep it up.
And it will be likely moving into southwest Sherman, Texas here over the next couple minutes.
Yeah, rotation's starting to come together a little bit more here near Whitesboro.
In reality,
so
Caden,
please
he's going
get to
to
shelter in
probably eat a bunch
Collinsville
of
and
food and then go
Southmaid.
to sleep.
That's going to be some of the next places that are impacted here. All that lightning that you see above my head, that's from the storm that's going to the north of Abilene right now. So everybody in Abilene, I don't think we're done for the night by any stretch of the imagination, but
structure fire
the
reported
strong part
near
of the
Hamlin,
storm
Texas.
that we were looking at earlier did go to the north of town. So
there is a
hopefully it's not going to be bad in Abilene, but there's so much more coming. I don't want to say let your guard down just yet. You are still under a severe thunderstorm warning for the next 5 minutes. It's going to be a long night in Abilene. That's all I know to say. But it looks like maybe the strongest winds did just barely miss you there. Even stronger winds are once again now coming out of Albany and moving into Sedgwick and Moran. Those will be moving down towards Putnam as well. There's a really strong pocket of winds down here south of Woodson moving into Crystal Falls. Adam Lucio is in Crystal Falls right now. Let's see what that looks like. Adam Lucio is currently in Crystal Falls out ahead of this destructive line of storms. That is a
main area
pretty intense view there of those winds that are going to be coming into Breckenridge here soon.
Currently to the south of Durant in south central Oklahoma.
So
this is now an extremely dangerous situation for 90 mile an hour winds for the city of Sherman, Texas. 90 mile an hour winds, radar indicated.
A new PDS severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Back in on the
very close to the southwest
severe thunderstorm
side of Sherman,
over here
Texas.
coming towards Shreveport. It's actually looking like it's falling apart, so I don't know if it'll make it to Shreveport or not. It's about to hit Marshall with some 1-inch hail and 60 mile per hour winds, but this might not make it all the way to Shreveport, so that's good news. I'll check back in on this in a minute. Nothing going on around
the west
St.
side
Louis,
of our risk didn't verify perfectly.
or Chicago, or Springfield, or Joplin. Everything right now is happening in Oklahoma and Texas. To the east of Oklahoma City, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning that continues for 18 more minutes for Shawnee and Tecumseh. And we've got a update from meteorologist Andy Hill. Go ahead.
Potentially rotating because of the velocities.
Hey Ryan, I've gone ahead and bumped that y'all watch up to high confidence here,
to
especially
90 mile an
with the
hour
upgrade
winds
to this warning
and
in the area.
This
is a
again,
90
this is
mile
an
an hour
extremely
severe
dangerous
thunderstorm
situation. This is
warning
a
now, and also a tornado possible. So I have a pretty high confidence that this storm is actually tornadic right now. That signature has persisted, especially on the terminal radar, and has remained rather tight together rotation here. That it tells me that it's likely this has the chance to produce a spin-up tornado. In fact, I'm a bit perplexed as to why it isn't warned at this point, which is why I have the high confidence warning, especially with those confirmed tornadoes to the north and east, just northeast of that. So a powerful storm regardless, but I would definitely treat it like a tornado warning in this case.
All right, thank you, Andy. Meteorologist Andy Hills bringing our attention back to Grayson, Cook, Collin, and Fannin counties in Texas. It's probably a tornado happening right here where we've got this velocity couplet.
A new PDS severe thunderstorm
velocity
warning
couplet
has been
is
issued.
currently right over the
A new
helipad at
PDS
Mansur
severe
Oaks.
thunderstorm
And
warning has
if
been
there's
issued.
a tornado there and it continues to move in the same direction that the storm is moving, it will move down towards Belavita Farms. Areas just to the north and east of Collinsville, including the Malden Wedding Venue and the Barks and Bubbles facility. And then this will go down towards Raptor Ready Mix and Dorchester. So if you're out here, make sure you are taking shelter now, as this is likely a tornado either happening or about to happen, or it's, just the winds alone, up to 90-mile-per-hour winds. It's going to be, if you get hit by that, you're going to think it was a tornado, whether it was or not, right? All right, so they upgraded our warning for Breckenridge to a considerable still, but destructive still, but now 80-mile-per-hour winds are possible out here in Palo Pinto, Stevens, and Young counties in Texas. We've got a very strong pocket of winds specifically about to come into the areas just north of Breckenridge near Crystal Falls. Maybe those 80-mile-per-hour winds are about to start in Crystal Falls right now. Get ready for it. Zooming out and looking at Dallas. Storms are approaching you slowly. Well, not really slowly at this point, but they're coming in. 2 lines, all right? This is probably the one that we're going to be dealing with in Dallas, okay? It's diving south, and this is what we're looking at right now from the radar. Denton, Texas, you guys are about to get hit pretty soon. Get ready for those 70-mile-per-hour winds as it comes down Interstate 35. Also, Bolivar, Sanger, Alvord, and Chico. You guys are all next in line here. Get ready for those 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. A stronger storm, or a stronger part of that storm is just to the north of that near Sherman. 90-mile-per-hour winds are moving out of Whitesboro into South Maid and Collinsville. Sherman and Dorchester, you guys are next. Also, potential tornado in there as well. So make sure you're taking shelter. Also, we need to be taking shelter in Bryan County, Oklahoma, south and east of Durant. Weather spotters confirmed a tornado on the ground out here. That's right, a tornado is observed between Calera and Achille. It's moving up towards Utica and Albany in Oklahoma. We've got 30 minutes left on this tornado warning. Please take shelter. There is no other tornado warning anywhere right now. They've all been allowed to expire. But Caddo, Bachito, and Atoka, you guys are all under a severe thunderstorm warning. So the rest of the Highway 69 corridor here is still expecting to see significant severe weather for the next 30 minutes at least. Severe thunderstorm warning is in effect for Baylor, Ford, and Knox counties in Texas for the next 30 minutes. So Seymour, you got hit by a storm earlier, but another one's coming through. So get ready for that. It looks like it does have some strong winds associated with it. Yeah, get ready for that. Strongest winds right now are about to move into Moran in Texas. 80-mile-per-hour winds. And then Crystal Falls, and then Breckenridge. We do have Storm Chaser out there in Breckenridge right now. And this is what it looks like as the storm approaches that area. And this is what it looks like out there north of Abilene. So we've got a really good view of the storm that's just barely missed Abilene here from just south of Abilene from this Cyclone Port tower camera at the Camp Barkley.
Thank you again if it was 2 super chats. Sorry I did not see it. Thank you, Expunged, for 2 months of membership. We're still chasing. No worries there, guys. We're headed into DFW.
If you're just now tuning in, Dallas is under a severe thunderstorm watch tonight. This is a PDS severe thunderstorm watch, a particularly dangerous situation. We expect that there will be up to 100, maybe 105 mile per hour wind gusts tonight. That's going to last till 4 a.m. That watch is going to go till 4 a.m. Now, I don't think we'll be having 100 mile per hour wind gusts in Dallas at 4 a.m., but maybe farther east, Texarkana, Shreveport, Nacogdoches, you guys are, it's going to be happening later over there, obviously. We also already have 41,000 people without power in Texas, and that number is going to grow dramatically as the time goes on. We've got a new mesoscale discussion. From the Storm Prediction Center, widespread 60-mile-per-hour winds are expected with several 75 to 100-mile-per-hour wind gusts likely. All right. 85 to 100-mile-per-hour winds are possible here. A couple tornadoes and some large hail as well. The most likely area for derecho occurrence, according to the SPC, is right here. Okay, so they're expecting that southern line to be the main driver, and that's going to be for areas near Abilene over to Fort Worth, Hillsboro, and Brownwood. But this secondary line up here is not going to be anything to play around with as it comes down into Denton, Sherman, and Paris.
And I can't keep exact track because I've missed some of them, but I'm somewhere between 150 and 200 shy of it, but it's fine. You guys are awesome.
Severe thunderstorm warning continues for Decatur and Denton. The winds are going to be there probably within 10 to 15 minutes. So get ready for up to 70-mile-per-hour winds in Decatur and Denton out here in Cook, Denton, Montague, and Wise counties in Texas. That's about 500,000 people in that warning.
I'm going to look at radar here real quick. Hold on. Driving north to intercept. Could always do it in Cisco. You could take six up, Jade. Yeah, but like my thing is
Go ahead, y'all, bot with the storm report.
Hey Ryan, just got word of a pretty strong thunderstorm wind gust down in Knox County, Texas. This was about 13 minutes ago, a couple of miles southeast of Truscott. A mesonet station clocked it at 68 miles per hour.
All right, there's another one too, right?
Hey Ryan, just got word of some strong winds out in Callisburg, Texas. That's in Cook County. Emergency management over there is estimating 60-mile-per-hour thunderstorm wind gusts, reported just a few minutes ago. They're also saying power is out in the area.
It doesn't look like, at least from what I'm seeing on radar in the warnings, it looks like the west side of the metro may actually get skirted and missed, while most of the north and east side really gets pounded.
And another wind gust report. Go ahead.
Hey Ryan, just got word of a pretty strong thunderstorm wind gust clocked at 61 miles per hour. That came in about 10 minutes ago from out near Truscott, over in Knox County, Texas. Mesonet picked it up.
All right, so the wind gusts are continuing to come in. Damage reports are continuing to come in. And that's what we're dealing with out here as these storms are ramping up in their intensity out here as they approach Dallas. We just got a new considerable severe thunderstorm warning for 1.3 million people in Collin, Fannin, Grayson, and Hunt counties in Texas. This includes McKinney, Plano, and Greenville and Bonham. So here it is. That big pocket of wind that's coming out of Sherman is going to be coming into McKinney, Plano, Greenville, and these places over the next hour. I'm also still, I'm surprised that we haven't got a tornado warning out of this area of rotation yet. Andy's given us a really good early heads up here. Hopefully everybody in Dorchester and Hilton's ready for that. But regardless of whether or not we get a tornado warning, we need to be prepared for very damaging winds in Sherman very shortly, and then Gunter, and then Bonham, Leonard, McKinney, Greenville. It might be 45 minutes to an hour before it gets to Greenville, but we've got that big warning out here because we're pretty sure that this is going to continue that far at least. So once again, 1.3 million people under that severe thunderstorm warning there as the storm gets closer to Dallas. Another wind gust report. Go ahead, y'all.
Hey Ryan, just got word of some strong thunderstorm winds out near Tioga, over in Cook County, Texas. This was just a few minutes ago. A train spotter reported seeing gusts around 60 miles per hour. They actually estimated them between 55 and 60.
Covering a portion of the shell sign, which makes it look like a heart.
Winds are picking up in Sherman. Yeah, they're right now. If you look at the velocities in Sherman, you're not really in the strongest part of the storm yet. That's going to be whenever the winds kind of change directions here. And there's once again, there's still a decent amount of rotation right here, south and east of South Maid. So we're continuing to say y'all watch out, just in case, especially in Hilton and Luella and Dorchester and Howie and places like that. Pretty dangerous situation developing here for our friends north of Dallas. We also continue to have a tornado warning in effect for Bryan County, Oklahoma. Now, this is no longer observed. We haven't had a report of an actual tornado being down in a while. So we're not saying that this is down currently. So we've got radar indicated rotation, and we're encouraging everyone to take shelter in Bryan County, Oklahoma.
Hold
on. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get off.
Strong winds with this other...
Y'all can watch Ryan and TRG. I'm going to go ahead and go to sleep. All right, guys, I need some rest. I've been live multiple times today. I'm worn out. So, if I'm needed, see y'all guys tomorrow. Stay safe and take care.